see if it connects to it. Yes, it has. 1 sec. Okay, it's working now. I will just find the link. We're close. We're very, very close. Why is it so fucking hard to find the link? Don't worry, we're gonna do it.
Oh, we are.
We got this.
It's so hard.
I've got the link now. Okay, P, can you share this with the chat, please? There's the link.
Dude.
And get ready to start, because we're live. Why did bunch...
I've told.
You've told everybody, yeah?
He can't. Critical Cripple is saying here in the new link, he can't share it with the chat. It requires a mod to share links. And Critical Cripple is saying P can't share it with the chat.
Well, I'll share it. 1 sec.
Okay.
There, I've done it. For some reason it closed one of my browsers, so I don't have any of the chat box or anything, but that's fine, I can do that. So fussy. There we go.
People are slowly but surely making their way onto this new stream. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for bearing with. Now we're saying the video is frozen. Big P face. Well,
that's
not
okay.
reassuring.
That's okay. It'll be fine in a second.
Are we unfrozen, chat, or is the video still frozen?
I said it will be fine in a minute. It's because I haven't got it open properly. Just give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to set up everything else. For some reason, my Dancing Santas got closed, and that's the most important thing. So you're not important. The Dancing Santas are important. There we go. We've got the Dancing Santas. Make sure everyone can see the Dancing Santas first off. They're the most important.
Yeah, I can see it. It's there. Critical Cripple knows what's going on. Critical Cripple is explaining it's frozen because Jen is tabbed out.
And we can see the chat, can't we? We can see the chat in there. And now we're going to not be frozen anymore.
We are officially unfrozen.
The Dancing Santas are there. And the chat should also be working in real time.
It is working.
Hello everybody! Merry Christmas! Welcome to Trans Lobby, the Christmas special. We're back, and flippin' hell, do I need a drink again, P? So entertain these lovely elves while Mama has her Christmas juice.
Addison, so here's from out of town.
Oh shit, that's too... What kind of a shot is... That's too much of a shot, isn't it? That's too... I've got to put some of that back now.
Go for it.
No.
That's a beautiful measure.
That's like half a bottle.
That's an Irish shot. That's my influences rubbing off on you. You now use the phrase giving out and you pour measures half the size of the glass.
I do. Merry Christmas, everybody! Oh my god, it's Christmas!
Pigs!
We're back.
Mic clipping a bit too. Actually, fuck off if you're going to give out about minor sound quality issues after this.
You can leave. No, it's fine. I was shouting. I could probably...
We value your viewership.
Yeah, don't you get mad at my Patreons.
got the gain up a bit high, going into overdrive. That sounds like, I know that all makes perfect sense, but it sounds like, in like a sort of 80s space movie when there's
Yeah.
like someone at the control desk just speaking sort of technical nonsense.
I've turned it down now. It's done.
Messy Christmas. Well, I feel like our ungraceful opening is kind of setting the tone for this whole thing. As we were explaining on the private Patreon intro, this is like a chaotic office party with the two coolest chicks in the office. So like, this is very much the energy we're trying to harness. This was actually a piece of theater verite that you've just witnessed.
And just to say, if you're not part of my Patreon, which is fine, I'm fine with that. If you want to have access to the secret stream, you can join our new Trans Lobby Patreon. You can see the link there, patreon.com/translobby, for as little as £1 a month. That's crazy. What kind of a deal is
so
that?
Low. That's astoundingly good value. You
Oh
must
my
be
God.
hemorrhaging money.
I'm just crazy. I'm hemorrhaging money and I don't even care.
I can see why you have to drink so heavily. You must be under such strain.
What are these fucking penguins coming up here? Get out of here. I want Dancing Santa's back. Oh, I forgot to put it on.
Here's the thing. I'd like to have a go at this publicly, if I might. When did penguins become a holiday character? Like penguins, I'm aware they're a cold weather animal, but like exclusively South Pole. Christmas is very much a North Pole only affair. Can I get NPO in the chat for North Pole only if you agree with me? Penguins out. That's what I'm saying.
If anybody
in the chat for penguins out.
If anybody does that, I won't be happy. Okay, I'm pro penguin. I'm happy to have them. They're a silly bird.
I don't want this to be taken up the wrong way. I'm not anti-penguin. I just mean everything cold is Christmas, says Critical Cripple. Well, that's just fucking nonsense. Penguins are always dressed for parties. That's fair. We love Mary Poppins, but I mean, yeah, MPO. Thank you, tram driver. My one ally here, the one true trans ally in the chat. Penguins are fine with me. Damn this North Pole supremacy. Who are these people, Jen? Who are these people, and why are they so pro-penguin at Christmas time?
Just to say, why are people criticising my peaking microphone when your microphone, P, it's cutting out all the time? At least my internet is Etherneted, and I'm streaming like a buttery god. What, like? Why don't you have some criticism?
Have a go at me.
No one's mentioned these yet, and I'm very,
I'm just trying to drive home a rigidly anti-penguin agenda.
And she's angry. And hello, everybody. Nice to be here. It's nice to be here.
The red bows on Jen's cheeks to denote anger. It's like when an anime character gets angry and you have the little sort of cross hatches on their cheeks.
I'm looking around trying to find something that I can do fake eyebrows with, like to look stern.
That's so Derek is saying, I don't know, I lived in Australia, and although it's summer, it's certainly still Christmas. Fair enough. I'm not going to have a go at the Gregorian calendar. I know that the world spins on axis, and hey, we're all just children of God's green earth or something like that. Look, we're here to celebrate Christmas. And to me, penguins are not a part of that.
Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the return, the magnificent return, some people would say, to Trans Lobby. Isn't that nice? Do you know what, P? We've been away for quite a long time, haven't we?
We really have. We've just been taking it easy. We've been living a sort of like cottagecore lifestyle.
Churning butter.
Yeah, churning butter, darning socks.
Churning butter, darning socks, and stitching dungarees for you, P.
Yeah, I'm the kind of queer girl who wears dungarees. Jen is the kind of queer girl who wears big bosomy dresses. Yeah, nothing. There you go.
I'm a nudist. New year, new me, nudist.
That chair is not going to take well to your bare flesh. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
It is. I don't think it's real leather. It was here when I moved in. It's some kind of
leather.
What do they call pleather? Is that what it's called?
Or as I call it, pea leather.
Good one, P.
I know, I'm very cute.
So, P, I should probably ask you, as this is Xmas themed, what are you doing for Xmas? COVID permitting.
Well, I am spending the day with my parents and my brother at my parents' house. We are going to do presents, and I'm cooking a big fuck off dinner. That's how I'm going to spend the majority of my day. I've found that the past few years I get great enjoyment from cooking for other people because I'm just innately a very like kind and giving person. For me, it's all about the giving. And to me that signifies that I'm officially an adult. I've crossed the threshold into womanhood. What are you doing, you fucking child? What are you doing?
That's
You're eating something that someone else made, I'm sure.
that's P's way of telling you that she's a top. And I'm a bottom. I'm not so big on the
I
giving.
will say I'm a culinary top.
A
In all
culinary
other
top.
instances, that's a moot point. But culinarily, I am a top, or as my mother's generation would call it, a feeder.
P, someone just called you an Irish mammy. Is that? It sounds
Yeah,
offensive,
I'm
is it?
okay with that.
Oh,
I'm a childless Irish mammy. I think the fact that I know I will never have children, but I have a strong maternal instinct means that I like to just foist food upon anyone who will take it.
so for your information, P, I am going, COVID permitting. You have to say that. To my dad's to see my dad and my sister and my sister's boyfriend, and
Can we say
I will be cooking also because I am also a very loving, giving person.
you're just a little trad
Actually,
wife?
I'm a trad wife.
And are you
But
doing the bulk of the cooking, or is it more a cooperative affair in the Ives household?
well,
The
I
Ives
bloody
hive.
did last year, didn't I? No, but I enjoy it. I tend to take over. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like, get out. I'll do this. Stop. Oh,
And who's a top?
you're flustering me. You're hovering. You're hovering. Go out there, eat a mince pie, have a brandy. No one in my
Hand me
family
the
drinks brandy, but it sounds
lube.
Christmassy. And leave me. Let me deal with these potatoes, okay? That's sort of
We've
how
all
it
seen the
goes.
potato vid.
I don't think everyone's seen the potato vid, but some people have. They're good
It's a great vid.
potatoes. They were good. They were nice. There's a new vid
And if
on the
you
way, actually. I'm doing a new one, making a pizza
scratch,
from scratch, growing the tomatoes myself.
that's astounding. I can't wait to see that. That's the kind of thing that I would pay upwards of £5 on a monthly Patreon subscription to access early.
Did you see my Did you see my little bread that I made?
I did see your little bread. I thought it was adorable. I put a little sad smiley face emoji underneath it.
I saw it. Do you know what? It was actually really nice. Like although it's small because it's the first bread I've ever made. Okay, like on my own. Like it's the first bread I've ever made.
Impressive.
And it's only small because I only had a little bit of dough. It was just like a dough I was testing the dough for my pizza video.
What kind of hydration percentage are you working with?
I don't know.
Like what quantity of flour versus liquid are you using?
I think it was about 300 of flour. Let's say a 3-to-1 ratio.
That's very low. What for pizza dough? I would say like you want to be up like 70% hydration. It should be very wet. You should work it really hard and then let
Yeah.
it sit for like a day.
Okay, but this was for the bread.
All right.
Yeah, it's got yeast in it. Anyway,
yeast.
But anyway, it's very small. It didn't rise an amazing amount, but it wasn't that much dough anyway. But inside, it's bread. Like it tastes like nice bread.
Isn't it one of the great satisfactions in the world is making your own bread?
It actually is. Like I feel like there's something like mysterious and epigenetic in there. Is that the word, epigeneticism? Don't know why I'm asking you.
I've not heard that word.
You never read a book, have you?
If that is a word, I really want it to be the word.
I think I might be wrong. There is a word. I think it might be epigenetic, which is the concept. We're getting deep now. It's Christmas. It's the concept that you can inherit like trauma, or not just trauma, but like you can
like
inherit
intergenerational trauma.
But like literally, like genetically, like you can inherit genetic traits, but not genetic traits. Sorry, but like not memories, but like an awareness. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what it
Oh yeah, I
refers
got
to.
you.
I'll tell you what it refers to. It's like animals. Like you know how like
You're kind of pansplaining this to me. I come from a colonized nation who
No, I
had a
know, I know, I
literal
know, I know, I know, I
genocide
know, I know, I
enacted
know, I
by
know,
our
I know, I know, I
people.
know, I know. But I don't want you to think too much about it being as like a negative thing. I think like the way that I understand it, it's like you know how like when a deer is born, it can just run. Like it's basically like running as soon as it's born. No one has to teach it how to run. It's not like a bird where it has to try
I
fly
can see
like
you
20.
trying.
I think that's epigeneticism. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. What do you think I am, Richard Dawkins?
Yeah, you love him and everything he stands for and everything he preaches. I'm seeing Alexandra Lillywhite is saying that we need a trans lobby bake off. I mean, that's interesting, but let's just say Michael Jordan doesn't play basketball on the playground.
Well, no. Well, what about this? Shut up, you fucking bitch! I only just registered me what you were saying. How dare you? But what I would say is, I would be willing to entertain that idea
Yes, you would for the clout.
if a few people join the Patreon for as little as £1 a month. Now, look, I don't want to
I
push the
think that would be
Patreon
a
too
good
heavily.
Patreon live. I feel like that would be something we could do as a live stream where we both just have like a mounted camera in the corner of our kitchen and we both just get on with it in real time. I feel like that would
Sounds
be a
lovely. That
beautiful,
sounds really fun.
chaotic stream. People could see it nice.
Because the thing about me and P, right, is me and P are friends. So we stream quite often, we chat quite often. I say we just monetize our friendship, P. What do you think?
That's effectively what we're trying to do here. We speak probably, glimpse behind the glamour here. Jen and I speak probably every day. I probably speak to Jen more than I do any other human. And I feel like if we can somehow squeeze money out of that stone, then you know, I'm happy for all of you in the chat to facilitate that. Someone in the chat is also asking if I have Werther's Originals, as any granny needs those. I do not have Werther's Originals, but I do have 4 major tins of Christmas chocolate.
I have one little because so here's a spoiler warning.
Knows.
But later we're doing like a chocolate, like Christmas chocolates tier list, you know.
Stay tuned for the tier list.
It's kind of our big finale. But I just bought like a little one because I know what all the other chocolates taste like. I've got a memory. In fact, epigenetically, I know how even the ones taste that I've never tried before because my birth mother probably ate them.
Mine are on loan from my father's personal connection. So big thank you to Paddy Janine for sponsoring the stream. I will take a few of them, but they're not exclusively for me.
Is Jen having a Milky Way? What? That's crazy. You're choosing a Milky Way, not leaving it till last? Yeah. I like
Milky Way's underrated as fuck. I would love if you. I would buy Milky Ways a lot, but you can only get them in like a tiny size. What they should make is a Milky Way the size of like my forearm, just like a massive sort of travel-sized Toblerone, but it's a Milky Way.
Okay.
And you could still eat it that quickly in the same way you do with Milky Ways. That's effectively what I want from life, not just from the Mars Corporation.
Love that for you.
I live to see a large Milky Way. I will be beamed back to my home planet immediately with the satisfaction.
Right, now listen. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Christmas-themed YouTube videos for us to watch. That's right, 7. Because I did my flipping homework. You know, I care about this stream. Would you like to watch Jen's first Christmas video?
I would be bad.
So I was thinking that we could kind of like watch these intermittently through the stream sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, hard agree.
If every now and then the stream, like if we freeze, it's because I've just got so many boxes open on the screen. But anyway, who's ready for the first video?
Hey, are you sharing this with me separately?
No, it's gonna.
Or am I watching
yes,
it then?
yes, you should be able to see it because am I not sharing in the Zoom with you anymore?
Oh, again, glimpse behind the glamour.
Oh, okay.
I'll get this on television.
You will see it, P. I'm going to share it with you now, so you can see it at the same time. Right, you can see that, can't you?
You certainly can.
And then also, so can the viewers. They can see the video too.
Want McDonald's from Just Eat?
Let's just wait for the advert to stop before we watch it.
Yeah, we're not shilling for for Just Eat throughout McDonald's.
So this video that I want to open with is called...
Oh dear.
It's called Gender Critical Christmas Carols. And it was made last Christmas time, and it's by Mr. Menno. Some of you might know Mr. Menno. He is a gender critical activist, a gay man, gay, not trans, actually, sex, not gender, actually. I had the great displeasure of meeting him at the LGB Alliance. I bought a t-shirt off of him. Actually, he was selling lots of horrible sloganed LGB Alliance t-shirts. He is what I can only affectionately describe as a hack. His comedy, and this is just my opinion, as a professional working comedian who's been paid to write for television and radio and also the stage. Not that I've got any authority or anything, but I would say that his comedy is, again, just my opinion, shit. But he thinks of himself kind of as like a modern day Weird Al Yankovic, I think. And this is
I'm a huge fan for balance. Also, Jen, could you please share sound with me in that Zoom as well?
Oh, yeah, sure. But yeah, so we're going to listen to his gender critical Christmas carols. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm just going to share the sound with you, P. There we go. And give me if people in the chat could let me know what the audio is like on the video, that would be hugely helpful. Are we ready? Are we all ready? You ready, P?
Yep.
Christmas may be over, but we're keeping the festive spirit going right here. Yes, we are. Decorations are still up and still knocking back the mulled wine. And we've been playing on repeat our favorite new album, Gender Critical Christmas Carols, featuring instant classics such as Turfy Little Christmas. Have yourself a turfy little Christmas, nice and gender-free.
Nice and gender-free.
The Kira Bell song. Kira Bell, what a gal, fighting all the way. She took on the Tavistock with the help of Mrs. A. Hey, Kira Bell, what a gal, history she made, helping to protect more kids from the puberty blockers craze. One of my favorites is a festive shout-out to single-sex spaces. I'm dreaming of single-sex spaces, just like the ones we used to know. And that women fought bloody hard for.
And that women fought bloody hard for.
That's so funny.
Protected, their rights respected, and never a single dick on show.
Sorry, I probably should have stated actually, trigger warning, this is shit.
And what Christmas album would be complete without Rudolph? Oh, I think he goes by Ruby now. Oops, better check the pronouns as well then. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer now believes to be a doe. When he announced his pronoun, Santa just said ho ho ho. Then Ruby asks, are you a transphobe? And Santa says, oh no my dear, it's just that you're the third this morning. Perhaps it is our OGD. Order your own copy of Gender Critical Christmas Carols online. Order before the year is out and you will get a free festive adult human female or adult human male badge. So turf up the rest of the festive season, and remember, there are plenty of us fighting out there against all this gender woo-woo nonsense. So stay strong, stay critical, and keep smiling. and have a turf-tastic new year.
It's demented, isn't it?
So thoughts. I love that he is in no way beholden to rhyme scheme or meter when it suits him. Like in I'm Dreaming of a
Gender critical Christmas. Or I'm dreaming of sex segregated spaces, please.
Just completely abandon the idea of doing a song parody and just fit what you want into a song.
Like, he turns up at like every gender critical event. Like, there's something weird with him, you know.
Yeah, as April Cox has just said, fighting against all this gender nonsense. It's like at the very end, he completely drops the mask of kind of like,
oh, he doesn't have a joke,
mask.
He doesn't have a mask.
No, but like throughout the rest of it, he's committing to the bit of like, this is an ad for a pretend CD. But then in the video at the end, he just drops the like persona and the act, and he just says like fighting against all this gender nonsense really earnestly. Like he can't even maintain it.
I think what I like the most about it is all the references to very obscure things that no common viewer would know what it was. You know, like
yeah, RODD
yeah.
at
like
the end there, which again didn't fit the rhyme scheme.
Well, look, we do need a new Weird Al Yankovic for the gender critical age. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing about
queer Al Yankovic. Not queer Al Yankovic. Gay, not queer.
Oh, I like
Al Yankovic.
that. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, yeah, that was my first video, and I just want to state that is the only gender critical themed video that I have. I found it earlier today, and I just thought it was too good not to share. You know, so I don't want to get bogged down and talk about those people too much, but I just think it's really interesting that even at Christmas, even on Jesus's birthday, these cranks, they just can't help themselves, can they? All right, but Alexandra says that the Kira Bell was inspired, and that is true. Kira all the way, or whatever it was, is quite good, to be fair. Points for that one. I feel like he started with that and then he worked backwards.
Yeah, he realized that Bell has a double meaning.
Wow, it does, doesn't it? It could be a name. Which leads me to this question, P. What is your personal favourite comedic Christmas song?
Comedic Christmas song? That's a good one. I feel like you're not going to do better than Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I mean, like, that's the ultimate comedy Christmas song payoff, isn't it? The idea of your grandmother being run over by a reindeer. Santa Claus is meant to bring gifts, not murder your grandmother.
It is quite funny. It's like, in the story, does she die?
Oh yeah, famously. I think that's the whole gag, is the premise of that song that like the guy's kind of saying some people don't believe in Santa. Well, you'd believe in Santa if he killed your fucking grandmother.
Yeah, I think you could be right on that one. That's a good choice.
What's yours?
I don't really have one. I just wanted to know yours. I kind of knew you were going to say that. Like, are there any other like jokey Christmas songs?
I feel like there are jokey ones. There aren't ones that are like outright comedic, but there are ones that are like light-hearted.
Like what?
Like I feel Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No.
Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. Someone has just offered.
That's playground stuff. That's not a real song.
Well, here's a question for you, Jen. In that rhyme, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, what's the next line?
Robin laid an egg.
Right, so here's the thing. Some people say laid an egg, some people say flew away. When I was a child,
he's a robin. He's a like the absurdity is in the fact that he's not a real bird, he's a human. Birds lay eggs.
Get it, it's great comedy, Jen. I'm not questioning your comedy credentials. We're not in a writer's room here, Jen. You can relax. But I'm just saying that from my point of view, yes, the Critical Cripple is saying that they thought Robin flew away as well. Alexander Lily White saying they had both. I feel like Robert
can't
Goulet
have
sings
both.
the Robert Goulet sings the laid an egg version in The Simpsons. I feel like that's where a lot of people got it from.
Yeah, The Simpsons is responsible for a lot of our understanding of culture.
It's great input,
I
chat.
can't take that.
I feel like my favorite Christmas song disregarding comedy is Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
That's
That's how it goes.
It's an absolute banger. What's your fave? I know what your fave is, but you can tell the chat.
Go on, no, you tell me.
Have yourself a merry little
my
Christmas.
favorite like Christmas song ever. Yeah, obviously. Like I'm a big Judy head. Do you know what I mean? Like I love a bit of Judy.
You're
Garland.
a friend of Dorothy.
I'm a friend of Judy. I bypass Dorothy. I go straight to Judy. Okay, we're on a personal basis. The thing is, though, her name is Christmassy. Like Judy Garland. Like, come on, she's the greatest. And that song is beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
I'm more of a stan of her daughter. Full disclosure.
Hey, we all love a bit of Liza, but But Judy is she's the OG. You know what I mean?
She's the Judy.
Do you want another video? Do you cats want another video? We've got 7 of them, so we got to get through them, haven't we?
We gotta bang them out.
Now, P.
Fire on all cylinders.
This might be a cruel thing to say, okay? But for comedic value, I'm going to say it. So just be aware.
It's going to be some anti-Irish, leprechaun, Brit.
Actually, all I'm going to say, P, is this, having never met your dad, this is your dad, okay?
Well, I mean, I love my dad, so let's see.
Go ahead. Well, who's this for? Who's this for?
Sean Pepe. I hope I get this song from Aramis to you. Star was falling all about me. She was there, yeah. Having fun. It's the season of understanding. Maybe Christmas. Everyone having a party. Celebrations. Only your souls. Have a gift, it's the season of understanding. Maybe Christmas, everyone. I gotta have a party tonight. Gonna find out all the.
He just keeps going.
Give us a shake, give us a shake. Come on, look at that. Right, where are you from? Where are you from?
Liverpool.
What part? What part of Ireland are you from?
Liverpool.
What part of Ireland are you from?
Drogheda.
Drogheda, right. Say good.
What's that? Dublin? Dublin, where P's from.
He couldn't be laughing at them. What I will say is, not my dad's energy at all, but if I had never transitioned or given up drinking, that would be me.
It's just a classic video. It's an Irish Shakin' Stevens impersonator. I think he's known as like a local celebrity in the area, a local eccentric.
He's really got the energy of the Irish Alan Partridge look-alike.
Well, I just find, like, generally Shakin' Stevens quite a... Like, don't get me wrong, that song is good, but he's a weird figure, isn't he? Because, like, a lot of people say that Shakin' Stevens was the UK's Elvis. I don't know what that means. That seems
But he was
like...
essentially like an Elvis tribute act, wasn't he? Could you, by the way, just stop sharing the sound with me in Zoom because I'm getting like my own voice echoed back to me?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll stop it between videos. There we go.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, I just wanted to put that in because I just wanted a little bit of Irish representation. How do you... What are the major differences of Christmas in Ireland to Christmas in
I would
Britain?
say...
Do you like how I segued that into an actual question?
Yeah, it was really professional of you. Well done. The
Thanks.
kind of professionalism that would warrant a £1 a month Patreon subscription. So I would
P's
say
going
the biggest
hard. You're going hard, P.
I'm a shell. The biggest Irish tradition that just hasn't translated across the pond at all, and I've told you about this before, is that the last Friday in November, we have a show on called The Late Late Toy Show. Now, The Late Late Show is like a late night chat show with a sort of culture and history all its own. It's one of the longest running television programs in the entire world. Its audience is mainly old people. But on the last Friday of every November, they do a toy show special where it's little children essentially reviewing the toys for that upcoming Christmas season, but it just becomes completely chaotic and goes off the rails. And it goes on for about 3 hours, and like everyone in Ireland watches it. It's like far and away the most highly rated program every year. Just
like
full
how-
of brilliant, like cringy children and hosts really struggling to maintain a level of professionalism amid it all. It's great TV.
I like how modern you went with that, though. I thought you were going to tell me some kind of like Celtic tradition or something that's like different. Like you don't have Santa Claus, you have like Blarney Claus or something like that. What about the chat? Let's open it up to the chat. Where are you from, and what are your strange Christmas traditions? We want to hear about them. That's what we want. Phone 0800 74. We want to hear about your wacky Christmas traditions. But no, do let us know. I would like to know.
Yeah, particularly like as I was saying, show thing. If anyone eats anything unusual, that to us ignorant foreigners might be considered unusual, but to you is like second nature for Christmas Day fare.
100%. Right, Pete,
Alexandra Lillywhite asking about the toy show. Do they just toss the kids into the toys or us and let them go nuts? No, it's a studio environment, and they go from like child to child. They start with a very young child, sort of like 3 years old, and then they build up to the older children. There's kids like sort of doing party pieces and singing and stuff. And then because it's such a highly rated show, they managed to get like huge international A-list celebrities on, and the kids never like have any pass on the person. Like for example, Ed Sheeran was on this year's one, and he just got absolutely rinsed by some children and had to just happily take it. Like they really didn't want him to be there.
Also, just to say, Toys R Us shut down.
We never had it over here. There's another difference. We have Smiths. Maybe there used to be a Toys R Us here, but certainly not in my time.
Well, we
was
have
in Smiths the other day.
We have that as well.
Yeah, but
just to say,
but I mean, not in the same way. Ours is more Irish.
It's not
and
either
better.
or. So something that me and P discussed for this stream was that we were going to kind of do a thing where we kind of present gifts to each other, but they had to be like, we had a £5 budget each, didn't we, P? And they were kind of like shitty gifts. That I
translated mine to €5.
€5, okay. See, I did something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and you might call this a bit of a cop-out, but I did it. I don't care. I thought it would...
I'm sorry. If you like gave mine to charity,
no,
our friendship is fucking over.
No. Did you know one of my ex's mums got me a goat once for Christmas, like a charity goat, you know, like to go to like a village or whatever.
Was this a long way into your relationship with SEDEX, or was it like early days?
It was actually quite nice. I actually did appreciate it, because the thing is, I
feel like that's okay if you've been together for a while.
I just wanted to float that concept out there because, you know, it made me feel good. I was like, oh. But also it made me feel bad because also, like, I haven't done... Like, there was no autonomy from me in that whole scenario. Do you know what I mean? It was like...
She gets to feel good and then also claim it as your gift. In a way, it's kind of like the tax write-off of gifts.
Yeah. It's like, I can't feel smug about it because, like, I didn't take the initiative to do it myself.
Yeah, the
anyway,
gesture didn't come from you. Whenever I hear that though, like, and I do see like, oh, it costs 20 quid to send a goat to a family in need, I always think kind of like 20 quid for a goat is kind of like a bargain, and I wouldn't have minded the goat. Like, I quite like a goat knocking around.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm taking requests because I've got this huge bag of these little things.
I mean, say huge. I would say that's like an ordinary size.
Well, there's a lot
bag
in there,
at best.
and I'm taking bets, not bets. I'm taking requests as to like where you would like me to stick it. I feel like I'm going to put another one on my face, and then if you guys have any good ideas about where else you'd like them, let's see if we can get me completely covered by the end of this stream.
Put them on your nipples. I'll be the one to say it.
No, because they're not even, my nipples aren't visible to the stream. Like, I could put it here. I want to be covered in them by the end of the stream. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Pete, so what I did is, because I wanted the stream to have a real element of mystery, I bought something that I've been meaning to get for a really long time. So we have a store over here called Tiger.
Yeah, what to...
And for £3, you can get this, which is a surprise box. And this one is specifically for teens and adults. Okay.
That's me.
And you can buy it, and they give you like a little peep window, but I can't see anything on this one.
This is very promising. You've done well. You've done well here. I like this.
And so it's a total mystery. There's like a few things in here. I don't know how many things are in here, but there's a few. Now, I decided to get the lightest one that I could find because I thought that would add even more mystery. I was like, okay, if this is going to have value of £3 in it, then I'm going to go for the light one, because if it's a heavy one, they're just going to put one main heavy item in, like a flask or something. And on this one, I was like, well, they have to be creative. Like, we have to find out what we've got. So I'll be taking one item out of this, and then you can present me with one item from yours. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
I just thought this would be more fun, to be honest with you. I'm opening it. Do you want to present your item while I open this?
Mine involves a bit of a preamble, so maybe you should just continue with yours, and then we can go to mine.
All right. I've already made like a super mess of this. But also, I don't want to look in. I want to close.
Yeah, just full lucky dip.
Okay, ready? Also in the chat, I want people to guess what it is that I'm going to be. Stop saying Twix. It's not going to be a Twix. It better not be a Twix.
Everyone, I think, is going to.
Flying Tiger doesn't sell Twix.
Anne knows I like Twixes. Maybe she got me a Twix and she put it in a mystery box.
Oh. Oh no! I think I fucked up with this one. Oh wow! It's some plant pots.
Yes, I love it. I can put my little herb garden in it.
Just for the girl...
I mean, like, that is.
What do you get the girl who's got everything? You get her some,
that is like the most
fiber pots. 20 in there, you know.
Because when they say mystery gift, you think it's going to be something really outlandish, whereas in actuality, it is just something very miscellaneous. Like, that's a very everyday item, but you would never in a million years guess that it was that.
Yeah.
Kind of obsessed with it. I love that it said for teens as well. Imagine, like,
teens love planting seeds. Teens love it.
Daughter.
Have you ever met a teenager who doesn't love planting seeds? Do you know what? Obviously, P, you're not going to, like, the thing of this is, like, we get to keep the thing. We're really buying presents for ourselves. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I will get one of these. This is God is my witness. You will see it on the Patreon if you subscribe to it for just £1 a month. I will.
Just £1, wow.
I will plant something with the soil and the seed, and we will call it the Pea Memorial Plant, and we will grow something beautiful out of it. Okay. Go on, P.
I like that it's the Pea Memorial Plant. Like I died.
Well,
okay, so
when
we tabled this idea, it originally put me in mind of my mother has 2 different sets of friends where every Christmas they do a secret Santa and they buy each other Christmas decorations, and usually what they buy each other is like absolutely shite, and she will take what she got from one group and then re-gift it to the other group the following year. So I then had that in my head, and I thought I wanted to get you some sort of tacky Christmas decoration. And I went into a charity shop, and it's not going to come across just how batshit an item this is on camera. But this is a small glass plate, which is hand painted with
Oh, I
snowmen.
like it.
Like it's really like poorly hand painted, and like you could chip that off. I'm assuming this was like a
Oh.
primary school art project or something, and it somehow wound up in a charity shop. But
I
like,
wouldn't say
what a weird
poorly
item.
hand painted.
But it's like when I say poorly, I mean like it's not a professional item. Like this has been done by someone, whether in school or at home or whatever, as like a little craft project, and it somehow wound up on the shelves in a charity shop.
I
Love it.
love that
I'm
when you go
obsessed
in a
with it.
charity shop and you see something that someone's just made, like a pot or like a
And it's
or a
like
plate like
it's
that.
such
You know, I think that's
it's
nice.
such a small plate. Look how small it is. Like it fits in my tiny, dainty, feminine hand. So like, there's nothing you could use this for. It is completely impractical item. You could at best use it for like an ashtray, I think. But it's
That's
I
what
feel
I
like
was
it has a
thinking.
story to tell, and I feel like there's a history to this item that you can't put a price on. €4. It was €4. But so then I had €1 left over, so I bought you another Christmas decoration. It costs €1, which is
Hold
this.
on, are we going through? Oh my god, we're just doing them all now, are we?
Well, I only have two because I only had €1 left. So I bought you
Okay.
this cone of tinsel. I think it's meant to be a tree. But what I wanted to do with it was I felt like you could stage if you wanted to do a Christmas version of Waiting for Godot, this could be the tree. And I know you've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we later on in the stream, if we got the script for Waiting for Godot up, I could put this in the background as the tree, and we could do some Beckett. But I mean, gesturally, it's just a
I'm
cone.
down to do a Christmas rendition of Waiting for Godot with you if that's what you want.
Like it could also, I guess, like this is like bloody whose line is it anyway? Which of us is the comedian? Am I right? It's like it's also a bell or quiet on the set. Could we please have quiet on the set?
I see, I like it. All right, so
Good
I should
stuff.
pull. So this
Good
is. So we're
promise.
just gonna do the whole segment now. I should pull another mystery
Merry
thing out.
Christmas.
Should I?
Yeah, there's more mystery. I assumed it was just the plant pot.
No, this is why I was wondering why you were rushing through it. There's like there's like 4 things in here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Ready?
Yeah.
A plastic bottle.
Well, that's just a good functional item.
I actually like this.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
just
use
good.
it for drinking, but I might. Do you know what I might do? I could put some soil in there and put a little plant in there.
Oh, it's another planter, effectively.
It could be, or I could put water in it.
You could make like a sort of home-infused chili oil and put it in there. Once it's cooled down, you wouldn't put all oil in plastic before the chat cancel me.
There's 5 items in this thing for £3. Ready? Oh, paper binders, but they're like little stars.
I don't need a binder. I'm not trans mask. Hey,
Look,
hey, is that any good? Hope you enjoyed that chat.
Look,
They're just little stars. I don't understand. What do
they're
they do?
paper binders. They stick. They're like those. Do you remember those things where you'd have them in primary school? Like they're kind of sharp. They're like there's 2 pins like on either side, and you stick them through a bit of paper, and then they bend outwards, and then they keep the paper.
Split pin.
Split pins. Well, it's basically those, but they've got stars on them.
That's quite good, actually.
They're quite cute.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, we've got 2 more items to go. I think. Oh no, 1 more item. No, 2 more items, sorry. Index tab dividers.
I mean, that's like
Again,
maybe the least
what teen have
fun
you ever
collection
met that
of
doesn't
words.
fucking love an index tab divider?
I don't know what that is. That feels like if I just had a nightmare about like admin generally, those are 3 words that my subconscious would like ram together in order to make me feel panic.
Do you know what though? I think I'm going to become addicted to these surprise boxes. I can see myself getting at least 1 a week. It's a bit like, you know how people do
I think
they do like mystery box unboxings from like eBay. Like I bought a mystery box from the dark web.
I'm gonna say I feel like this could be a whole unboxing thing.
Yeah. All right. Do you want the last thing?
Yeah, I would love to know what the last thing is. I'm in this now. I feel like this is triggering a gambling problem in me.
A spray travel bottle. I don't know what that is. It's a little bottle here.
It doesn't even look like a bottle on camera. It looks like just a...
Oh, it's like a... Okay, it's hard to see, but like the pink one is like... It's like a perfume bottle. Like you can put something in it and then you can press it down and it sprays out. And then this, I guess, is to fill it up.
Okay.
Pretty nifty. What could I put in there? I could make my own scent. And that is everything.
You could
that is all of
your
it.
very essence into it. And a bonus hat. You're like the original Christmas elf.
That's what I feel like. By the way, because it was a £5 budget, that was £3. And I also bought this bad boy.
Very good purchase.
It was $1.99
Crack into him
from the
now.
usage. I'm going to, but first I would like to draw everybody's attention to his face. That face.
Very long
that
nose.
face. That beautiful face. So I have a
He
story
sees
about
you when
these.
you're sleeping.
I have a story about these.
Go on, give us your Christmas story about.
So this is
chocolate
like
Santa.
a knockoff one. This isn't Lynn. This isn't like anything posh. This is from a newsagent. It's made by Favorina. I don't know what that is, but it's Favorina. And oh, it's from Lidl. It's actually got like a Lidl logo on it, but it's from a newsagent. Anyway, I once bought one of these from Poundland. This must have been like 6 or 7 years ago, and it looked just like this, like a Father Christmas, you know. But then when I undid it, because you see like the shape of him, this whole bit here, the whole head area, and the one that I undid, it was a Pope hat, and like it was a chocolate Pope. I just thought it was really funny. I was like, wow, it was almost like they were trying to say, like, you've forgotten the real meaning of Christmas. You thought it was Father Christmas, but the true meaning of Christmas is the birth of the Pope. So it was wrong on both counts, but I liked it anyway. So I was wondering, let's see if we've got a Pope in here or a Father Christmas. Place your bets now. Father Christmas or Pope. In fact, what I'll do is I'll run a poll. I can create a poll. So,
I feel like Santa or Pope could be like a way bigger game in itself. Like I feel like you could find sort of portraits of popes from like the Renaissance and ask, is this meant to be like a portrait of a pope or Santa Claus?
Well, I've literally posted a poll into the chat because we can do that. Well, I think I have. I literally just did.
It's there. I really like the phrase Pope hat, by the way.
Pope hat. So everybody vote now.
Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat.
This is so exciting. I'm really having a nice time with this.
You outliers angling for Easter Bunny?
I really like this format that we're doing, P. I think it works really well.
I think we're killing the format. I think we are change the format.
Like, imagine this, but once a week, P. Can you imagine it?
Imagine this, but slightly more technically proficient.
And once a week.
And at the cost of £1 a month. What a meager contribution for two women putting their hearts on the line like this.
Has everybody
Some call
voted?
us heroes. Done.
Has everyone voted?
You hear me the same as before?
We've got Pope at 83%. Shall we find out? P, are you here?
Just thought, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can now.
Okay, cool. Is it the same microphone as earlier? My earbuds stopped working, so I
don't know, P. Your internet sucks dick, to be honest.
You suck dick.
I know, that's common knowledge. Should we find out if it's a Pope or a Father Christmas? Chocolate smells okay for a cheap thing.
Do a little feature jingle if we want.
What do you mean?
Up for Santa Claus. Up for Santa Claus.
I can already see that it is a Father Christmas. It's just, it's the same. So it's like the same image as underneath, but with much more like anime eyes.
It's, I mean,
It's a garden gnome, if anything.
Once you see it rendered in chocolate, it is at best phallic. Like, that's...
What's he holding?
Yeah, it's very much a garden gnome. It has very little Santa energy. It's too slim, firstly, but his hat is like too sort of a pointy and slightly, I'll say it, nobular at the top. Like
Nobular.
It's a very phallic object.
The detail goes down significantly when you open it.
It's got no attitude. Like, that is... It's even more phallic now. That's not the Santa I know and love. He has none of the sort of like charm of Santa. That was quite an interesting face you pulled when you got into it.
The chocolate I would describe as very, very cheap, but
Rocky?
Not awful. Definitely edible. When I get desperate and I've run out of all of the celebrations, I will go to that.
Speaking of celebrations, shall we do another video and then segue into our tier list?
Yes. See, you want another video. You're hungry for another video. Do we want another video, chat? I don't know why I keep engaging with the chat. Oh, lovely. Alright, you have to bear with me because it takes me ages to find the videos. So this
We're
is
going at a nice Christmassy pace. Don't be so hard on yourself, Jen. You've had a tough year.
That's true. This is video 3 of 7.
I feel like we should do like like everyone now like seems to be doing earnest like COVID related end of year videos, just being like, "Are amazing. You have been through a lot this year.
I haven't
It's
seen
time
it.
to put your feet up." It's like the lazy Christmas ad from last year when they couldn't like shoot anything because of lockdown. It was just like they went with that messaging.
Right, now here's a bit of a spoiler. As you can see on the video, the title is a bit of a spoiler. But this is a compilation of Jesus fails. Because as it's Christmas and it's about Jesus, I thought we could watch this. I haven't watched it. Some of these videos, just full disclosure, I haven't watched them. I thought it'd be more fun. Like, they look funny enough. So let's go.
Like a teacher who doesn't watch the video and then there's like a cock halfway through.
We can only hope. Ready, guys? Here we go. Jesus fails. It's good, it's good. Can I just say, do you know what all of these remind me of? They remind me of, what's his name? Do you remember that clip from back in the day? I can't remember who it is. It might be Des O'Connor. No, not Des O'Connor. What's his name? What's his name? That comedian who's kind of like Jim Davidson adjacent. And he's in like this. Oh no, he's in like some stocks. And then the stocks fall over. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's an absolute classic.
It's a nice change of pace. Feels like these are categorized, like the first ones all fell forward. These guys are now falling straight down.
He's great. I'm sorry, I love it. It's my new favourite genre of video.
It's very much your energy. That was the best one. Like, this one already looks funny before it's even failed. Oh, Jesus. But that wasn't very nice of us. It's his birthday, and now we're here making fun of the poor guy.
Even Jesus needs to be taken down a peg or two. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say
I think Jesus says that. Do you think Jesus says things like, well, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right? I believe that was one of the 10 Commandments, wasn't it?
I think so. By the way, Pete, I'm sorry about this, but I don't have the tier list anymore. It went away.
I'll link it to you. We won't have our like custom named tiers anymore. But
well, I can just change them really quickly.
Remember what they are?
Well, no, but you can tell me. Like, it's absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
So we're doing our chocolates tier list now. Pete, I need the toilet, so I'm gonna go for a wee.
Hold down the fort. I also, when you get back, I need you to share your screen with the tier list.
I've shared the Discord rather than the link. I don't understand Discord, I'll be honest.
Nobody does. It's a maze.
Oh my god, I need a wee really bad.
It's come to this, chat. We're doing a tier list, a Christmas chocolate tier list. So just
it has saved it. It saved it.
It has saved. So I'll talk the chat through this while you go to the bathroom if you want.
That would be great. So let me. I need to rescale it. 1 second. And don't slag me off while I'm gone.
I'll praise you while you're gone. You'll never hear.
Or I'll be raging. You don't need to see all the tiers in one, do you? No, I guess we do, actually.
Nice if you can really easily just click and drop the...
It's just going to be quite small, that's the problem. We can scroll down. They'll be able to see it when we scroll down. Okay.
Hey, chat, right. So...
I'm going for a wee, alright? I'll be back.
Enjoy yourself.
But I'll be back.
No, you'll be back. We'll tell. You remember that I said so.
Don't
Shot
look at
Jen's
my
boobs there while she departs. Everyone look at Jen's bum while she departs. Nice. Okay, so as we can see, we've renamed the tiers here. So the top tier is Newborn King, followed by Jolly Old Saint Nick, Frosty the Snowman, Icelandic Yule Lad sitting at a nice chaotic neutral in the middle, and to Innkeeper, then Scrooge, and at the very bottom, Grinch. So these are very much the energies of the respective characters at the beginning of their mythology. So obviously Scrooge and the Grinch go through a big arc, and they sort of redeem themselves towards the end of their stories. And obviously Frosty the Snowman just kind of melts. He's sort of neutral as well, but he's fun. He's a likable holiday character, so he's up there near the top. The Icelandic Yule Lads, for anyone familiar with Icelandic Christmas mythology, are very much a neutral force. They cause chaos, but they also bring gifts. They eat sausages and lick spoons. A lot of it has to do with coming into your house unbidden and eating food. Not sounding so neutral, but they also give you gifts in return. So yeah, the Icelandic Yule Lads are the middle there. The Innkeeper, because you might think benevolent force, he offered them a room in his manger, but at the same time, it's like, no, he could have invited them into his home. Let's be real. It's like that, when you're a teenager and you say like, "Mom, Dad, why don't you just let the homeless people stay in our spare bedroom?" But that's what I would have said to the innkeeper. The innkeeper, I would say, was actually being kind of facetious. He was like, "Oh, you're giving birth to the one true Lord. Oh yeah, you can do that in my fucking barn." So innkeeper is not great. Scrooge, obviously a prick, very much his raison d'etre, but not so much a prick as the Grinch, who lives and exists solely in opposition to Christmas. He has like no other shit going on. That's his whole thing is to hate on Christmas. Essentially the original troll. Not a troll. I'm not getting my mythologies mixed up. I'm aware before you try and cancel me. The Grinch is not like biologically a troll, nor does he identify as a troll. He's a Grinch. So we're going to rank the 4 main Christmas chocolate. That being Celebrations, Cadbury's Heroes, Cadbury's Roses,
Relax,
Bloody Street.
I'm back.
We're going to do it in these years.
Don't worry, I can
Here she
save
is.
you.
Here she comes.
Rambling.
Trina Bryce saying, "Remember that Joseph was 80 and Mary was 14, so people were understandably skeptical about the
Oh
virgin
god, I've
birth
come back to a
claims."
fucking lecture.
I would say, like, if we're going to get into the ins and outs of that, it's
What's this, a
weirder that she
theology
was
lecture now? Shut up!
impregnated by God rather than going out with an older man.
No,
Alexander
none of
Lillywhite pointing out
this.
Scrooge.
No,
We're on
stop
Scrooge.
it.
We're on Scrooge, not a religious figure. I know you weren't raised religious, but even
The
you must
stream
know that
is
Scrooge is
supposed
a
to be
literary
fun.
figure.
I leave for 2
Scrooge
minutes
only gives a
and
lump
we're
of
in a
coal.
theological
Grinch even
discussion.
takes
This
the
is
coal.
ridiculous.
Alexander Lillywhite just backing up what I said about how the Scrooge is slightly preferable to Grinch. Explain to the chat that these tier list positions are based, the tiers are based on the character at the start of their arc, not after the redemption. Try and cancel me for including Scrooge and the Grinch. Okay, let's crack into the tier list. You're in control here, Jennifer. Don't expose the
We have to expose them a bit.
Okay, fair enough. You have to scroll down. That's fair then. Okay, well, just
One
pick one at
line.
random and we can discuss it.
Well, we'll just go in order. So this one.
Okay. Are they not? They're not mixed up enough to go in order. Like it goes by tin.
Okay, I'll just choose one. I'll just choose them at random. Okay, don't look.
Okay.
All right. We'll start with a controversial one. This one.
Oh, the Quality Street Toffee Finger.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so straight up. Grinch. This is Grinch tier.
Fuck off. Is that Grinch tier? I had no idea the quality. Do people hate on the Quality Street Toffee Finger? Everyone in the chat, give your opinions on these as well, because I have no idea what popular opinion is. I love the Toffee Finger.
I'm playing some music while we do this, by the way.
I'm a huge fan of the Toffee Finger. I don't think it's quite Newborn King, but I would put it at least in Frost Snowman. To me, it is a positive for it. And you think it's Grinch tier?
I'd skip it. I never have it.
I feel like we have to like meet in the middle and go Innkeeper tier then, which is like. Oh, what do people say in the chat? Okay,
I'm in control,
Alexandra Lillywhite says, "Actually love it. Right balance between toffee and chocolate. Hard agree. Critical Cribble. I used to love them. I got all my teeth. Hate them now. Fair point." John McCallum not having 20 years. You can taste how grim the Toffee Finger is. Kazi is neutral. John McCallum thinks Grinch. So I'm thinking, on balance overall, we're going Innkeeper. That's so Derek only eats roses. We're coming to the roses. I have a tin right here. Don't you worry, baby.
Okay, I'm fine with Innkeeper. I can appreciate that other people like it. I will eat it if it's the only thing left. It's okay.
See, that's the thing. I think if it's something that you will eat over nothing, then you have to. It's not Grinch. Grinch is the ones. Grinch is the tier for the stuff that's like left in the tin in your house that absolutely no one's even touching.
Okay, that's fair. I acknowledge that.
I'm gonna have a Toffee Finger now. The thing I like about them is, right, and this is where I feel Quality Street and Roses overall kind of have an edge over the other two. These are chocolates that you only get at Christmas, whereas the celebrations and the miniature heroes, you can get the full-size version of those year-round.
All right, let's go for an easy one. Ready?
Toffee finger.
Why
Your
can't
easy
I...
one.
It's not letting me grab them all. Ah, it is. The Maltesers one.
That is the most obvious newborn king ever.
If
we have any dissenting voices in the chat, you're not going to topple this from newborn king tier, but I would love to hear from you because I've never heard from anyone who doesn't universally agree that this is categorically the best in the celebrations tin. So if you even are like kind of lukewarm on the Malteser celebration, let us know.
The thing about the Malteser celebration is that it changed the game on how we understand Maltesers. Do you know what I mean? Like, we thought we had Maltesers pegged. And Maltesers are great. Like, they're one of the best. They're one of the greatest
I love pegging.
ever. You don't need to peg, P. They're one of the greatest, right? But, like, this proved that even when you think something is beyond perfection, it isn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was mind-blowing. It was like, it feels like it kind of has a Malteser essence.
Link in bio bringing up...
These ain't your grandma's Maltesers.
Link in bio is bringing up that Teasers, the sort of spin-off chocolate inspired by the Malteser celebration, is like a great bar in its own right.
It's okay.
I hard agree. Trina Bryce is saying it's an innkeeper tier. It's the best of the celebrations, but celebrations are overall meh. I mean,
can we kick people out of the stream? Is that possible?
I don't think you're fully comprehending innkeeper tier. Innkeeper tier is like, I'll eat it if it's there, but like, come on. Like, innkeeper, like, Icelandic Yule Lads is the true neutral tier here. Whereas, like, innkeeper is, like, slightly worse than neutral. Like, I'm kind of raging that the toffee fingers in innkeeper. The idea that Malteser could be innkeepers is fucking laughable, to be honest.
Deranged,
like,
actually.
I never wanted to cancel someone before, but in your case, I'm willing to make an exception. That phrase, you know, that Christmas phrase? That's what I'm thinking now. You're all right. You're cool, and you're a good supporter of our work.
I liked your little Rodney Dangerfield-ism there. You're all right.
Nah, you're all right. But honestly,
P, what one should we do next? Let you choose.
So I have the Quality Street tin in front of me, and they're the ones that I would say that I'm the least familiar with. So I'm kind of intrigued by the. I feel like maybe do some of the ones that there's kind of like doubling up on. Like, for example, the Quality Street and the Roses both have a strawberry cream and a chocolate and an orange cream.
Let's go for the Quality Street orange cream. Now, I like orange chocolate, but this one, I'll be honest, I don't love it. I would put this in Icelandic Yule Lads because I'm very neutral on it. I think it's fine.
I'm kind of in the Icelandic Yule Lads here as well. And I think, to be fair, because I know you and I both like the kind of the Roses, like sweet strawberry cream. And I feel like this is sort of within the same genre, but neither of us are very hot on this. So that kind of shows that this is probably like a pretty shite sweet if we like the respective genre, but we don't like the sweet.
So
Katrina Bryce. Katrina Bryce thinks this is Newborn King after consigning Malteser to Innkeeper. Katrina Bryce, are you actually having us on? Are we being punked by Katrina Bryce here on the chocolate tier list? That's insane. Alexandra Lillywhite saying they could eat the cream ones forever. Fair enough. Maybe people are pretty into this. I'm comfortable for it to go in Icelandic Yule Lads.
I mean, at the end of the day, P, we get the final say. Look, I'm fully open to hearing the chat's opinions. If they can give me a valid reason why we're wrong, some sort of like historical thing, some kind of context that we're not quite understanding, then I'll consider it. But so far, based on my lived experience of eating them every Christmas, I think they're very middle of the road.
And I don't know about the chat, but I believe women, so I want to go with you on that. I would also say, crucially, that Roses do a better version of this chocolate. So if there's like a better version of it out there, it can't be too high.
Like Quality Street I don't know if it's because who they were associated with in their advertising, or if it's because they have the word street in the title. But they very much give me like ITV energy, and I'm not really for that. I think roses are a lot cooler.
Really? Because roses are very much the like most traditional OG one in Ireland. Like, and I think that's just showing my age. But Quality Street always had a sort of British energy to me. Trina Bryce said, "It is good that different people like different things, makes sharing a tin easier." Stop being so logical. It's Christmas. We want to have a petty argument, Katrina.
Yeah.
Stop being so kind. You're too nice. I
Right.
need to plug in my laptop. You can get out the next one. I'm comfortable for that to remain an Icelandic Yule.
Okay, while P's gone, let's put all our favourites in the top tier, the Newborn King.
Fuck.
Next one we're going to do, I reckon, is this one, the Cadbury's Cream Egg one.
Oh, okay. Well, this for me...
Grinch.
Yeah, I hard agree on this. And before the chat come at me, I love a Cadbury's Cream Egg, like the real Cadbury's Cream Egg. But this version in the Miniature Heroes, and we'll see this crop up again as a complaint, it suffers wildly from the miniature chocolaterization. The chocolate is not thick enough. The filling is not gooey enough. Tastes completely different to a real cream egg. It doesn't have the unique cream egg fondant taste. It just tastes like sort of sugar. It's awful. I hate that chocolate.
The ratios are all wrong on it, because the thing is, with a Cadbury's Cream Egg, in its beauty and its perfection, is that like there's not actually that much chocolate on a Cadbury's Cream Egg, right? It's mostly cream. It's loads of cream.
This is getting strong support in the chat. An aberration. Grinch doesn't belong in the Christmas tin. There's a funny taste to the Heroes one. The mini cream egg is disappointing for sure. So I think that is roundly in the Grinch tier.
Like, why do they keep pushing it? It's like that kind of thing. It's like, look, we've like as a society and a culture, like we've decided, like, no. Like
I don't get like
they stopped doing the chocolate bar because we were like, we don't want it.
Able to make a good mini version of the cream egg. Like, you can at Easter, you can get those big packets of like little cream eggs, and they more or less taste like a normal cream egg. Why don't they just use them instead of...
It's the ratio. It's a ratio issue.
It's fucking bullshit. I'd eat one now just as a control study, but I don't even want to give it the time of day. I'm actively angry looking at it there.
All right, let's do a Heroes. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Heroes because to me, Heroes are just like, there's nothing special about them at all. Like, at least with like celebrations, you get like a couple of like surprises, like the Maltesers one. It's like, well, you've done a new twist on Maltesers.
I think a bit like the Malteser from the celebrations, I feel like the Heroes has a standout, far and away Newborn King.
You're talking about Crunchy?
Crunchy bits, because again, it's that thing they did. They essentially, I think Cadbury saw what Mars did with the Maltesers and said, I want a piece of that action. They made a little version of the Crunchy, where as opposed to being a small Crunchy, it's like little bits of Crunchy, which is exquisite.
I do agree, actually, to be fair. Like, I love Crunchy. I think Crunchy is, like, so good, isn't it? Like, even when it's small, whether it's small or whether it's big, or whether it's normal size, you literally cannot go wrong with a Crunchy. But staying on that topic, though, here's an interesting one, I think. The Heroes Eclair. Now, for me, I would put this in Grinch tier, because I think it sucks. But I know P doesn't feel the same way.
Yeah, this is the thing. Not my favorite. I wouldn't seek them out, but I think part of that is conditioning, because I grew up in a family where I think I'm the only one who eats these. I knew not to go for them first off, so they'd be left over, and then I could be a little vulture and reap the spoils. But, I mean, I would never actively choose this above anything else in the Heroes. Well, like the cream egg, obviously, I'm not even touching that. And there's another one in the Heroes I hate. Spoilers coming along, but the little toffee with the little bit of chocolate in the middle, I'm okay with it. I think it's a nice time.
So again, are we going to go?
I would put that in Icelandic Yule log. But then at the same time, I feel like my teeth have gotten a lot worse since last Christmas, and they're, from a dental point of view, they're a very poorly designed sweet. So maybe objectively speaking, maybe that's our first Scrooge tier. You know what?
Yeah. I'm
This
so
is the
glad
thing,
you
right?
said that because I was willing to do Innkeeper, but I would have been bitter about it. I think
This is the thing. I think it's important to keep in mind, like, there are certain ones here that I don't particularly like, but I can still see, like, an appeal to them, or they have a certain degree of festive charm. Whereas the Eclair to me feels quite austere and old and, like, sad in a way. Like, to me, it has no Christmassy energy whatsoever.
It's like, imagine if they just put a Werther's Original in there, like, oh yeah, it's for Grandad. It's like, well, I don't care, like, I don't want it in there.
I'm okay with Werther's Originals, but we're not discussing them today. But it's like, it is like a kind of a Werther's Original that's given up on life.
I'm not saying that I'm against Werther's Originals. Anyone who knows me knows that I love a Werther's Original. What I'm saying is there's a time and a place for them, and that place ain't in a Christmas celebration box, is it?
I got you.
Can we at least agree on that?
Yeah, I hard agree. I think they're out of place here. Out of context.
So this one's an edgy one. If it lets me click it. The Mars bar.
Mars bar, I think. What's your opinion here?
So I like Mars bars. When I have a Mars bar, I enjoy it, like a big Mars bar. And when I have them in this small form, I wouldn't say I dislike it, but I'd say it's almost like I don't acknowledge it, I don't taste it. It just goes in and disappears. There's no sensory joy out of it. It's just like it's like breathing air. It's like it's nothing.
They're real filler sweet.
Yeah, so
they're real filler.
I'd go Icelandic.
Yeah, I think that is the most textbook straight down the line Icelandic.
No, actually though, no. I would have said that, but to be fair, because it is so like nothing, I don't think it deserves even that. I think it's got to be Innkeeper. I feel like it's like...
no. From my point of view, yeah, because I far prefer the toffee finger to Mars, and this is what I was saying. I think even someone who doesn't like the toffee finger can accept that there's more festivity and charm to the toffee finger than there is to the mini Mars.
100%.
We're getting some Mars love in the chat though. Critical Cripple loves a mini Mars. Link in bio. I'm quite a fan of the tiny Mars bar. Alexandra Linney White, Mars bar is another disappointment. Might as well be a lump.
Bio. I just got it. Like all this time you've been saying link in bio, and I kept thinking like, what link in bio? I'm so dumb.
It's a clever pun. It's a wonderful Christmas pun.
I like it. Okay, so that's good. We agree on that one. Now, here's an interesting one. Quality Street. This little caramel barrel thing. What do we think?
Let's see what that guy's called. Oh, this is, they don't make this guy anymore.
Well, I have fun. So my opinion of this one is this would always be like, opening a Quality Street, this would be the first one that I would go to. Now, I don't like Quality Street in general, so I would put it in jolly old St. Nick. But it is the best of a bad bunch, I think.
This falls into the same, a similar category. Well, it's not my favorite Quality Street, but it falls into the same category as the Orange Cream in that Roses do a better version of this. The Roses Caramel Barrel is better, but this is, Alexandra Linney White saying how they like how the barrel explodes in your mouth, which I think is a good point because the chocolate's actually really thin in a good way. Caramel Barrel is Jolly Old Saint Nick. No, I think it's Jolly Old Saint Nick. I think you can't go wrong with a Caramel Barrel.
But that's not a barrel.
Whatever it is, whatever that little nub is, caramel nub. I can't see, I was going to consult the box to see what it's called, but they don't include it anymore.
Well, where is the Caramel Barrel then?
Cadbury's Caramel Barrel is that top left, that guy.
This?
Yeah.
That's Roses.
Roses, Cadbury's Roses, yeah.
So we're putting that in Newborn King.
Me, that's a Newborn King. I like to bite off the back and then lick out the caramel.
I think I'm not used to this new packaging design of Roses. I think it does it a disservice to present it this way.
It feels like they're trying to enter the 21st century, but it's sad because to me Roses have like an old worldy charm that they should embrace. They need a rebrand.
I'll tell you a good hack actually. One good thing about Quality Street. If you're like a photographer or somebody who likes lighting, you know on Quality Street, when you unwrap them, they have like another, they used to have like another one.
Yeah.
Another wrapper.
It's like a sort of translucent.
A translucent, coloured. What do you call it? Like filter almost. If you put that over a light, it looks great. It's like if you have like a small light, like a ring light or a bulb or something, like it makes it nice and like.
If you have a Sylvanian Families character who you like to imagine is the photographer of the town, and you play with your Sylvanian Families, give them a few Quality Street wrappers this Christmas.
Love that. Love that. Okay, let's do Snickers. Now, I think, in my opinion, I feel the same way about the Snickers as I do the Mars bar, but I prefer the Snickers. I think the Snickers is a lot more of a...
It's a very similar...
You notice it. You eat it and you know it's there.
See, this is the thing. In terms of its energy, it's very much a non-event, like the Mars bar, but it tastes slightly nicer. Therefore, it is another classic Icelandic Yule log, because it's more or less just like on the positive side of neutral.
Well, I'm glad we're in agreement on that one. My colleague pleaded it.
Yeah, this is serious business.
Now,
this is the definitive
now, here's an interesting one. This one's gonna surprise you, I think.
We'll say I like the big Snickers as well.
The Quality Street green solid chocolate block.
Milk Choc Block is its official title, according to the box.
I mean, I didn't even know that, and my description of it. I mean, they've hit the nail on the head with the description, because it is just a solid piece of chocolate. And I would say, for me, I really like this one. It's simple, it's classic, it's just chocolate. You can't go wrong with it. This might be my personal first Frosty the Snowman, because I think it's better than Icelandic Yule logs. In the context of Quality Street, which I don't particularly like, when I see one of these, I think, yeah, I'm going to eat that one. That's mine.
I think this is a Frosty the Snowman, because once again, like a lot of the Quality Street, it is eclipsed by its Rose's counterpart. But have to give it to them. You can not go wrong with just a solid block of milk chocolate.
And also, like, I don't know, is it Cadbury? Is it a Cadbury block? Like,
it's the Quality Street's Nestle. Roses are Cadbury.
Nestle. I didn't know Quality Street was
I feel
Nestle.
like we need to, with all of the Quality Street ones, we need to keep in mind that Jen and I abhor Nestle's business practices.
Well, I actually do. I mean, look, all chocolate.
I actually do. Like, I'm out there fucking killing babies.
P once confided in me that she doesn't believe that water is a human right. No, but in all seriousness, Nestle sucks dick. Like, if you can avoid Nestle, you should. But there is a chart which shows you all of the different brands and products that Nestle owns. It's astronomical. Like, it's so hard to avoid Nestle. Like, I didn't know that Quality Street was owned by Nestle. Like, who would think? But I did also instinctively know that Quality Street was dog shit. I'm surprised they haven't got a bloody Crunch bar in there. They love that, don't they? Should call that Cocoa Pops bar or fucking Cornflake bar or whatever. Anyway, I feel I'm so tempted to put all of the Quality Street into Grinch. Just out of
ethically, that's like, in truth, that's where they belong. But
if I was more of an if I did that, I think I'd get good like ethical activism points. Like Greta Thunberg would she'd come over.
Yeah. I think she probably would. You should try it.
No, let's keep this going. Okay.
I feel like we can put them in the tier we put them in based solely on their taste, and then at the end when we're going through this,
we'll do an ethical one.
Just like fuck them all into Grinch.
Yeah, we'll end with them all going into Grinch just for ethics, and then
we'll boo as well, and that can be our little like Christmas vilification of the Nestle Corporation.
And then at the top, we'll put Tony Chocolonely on the top as being the only ethical chocolate brand, which is true.
Isn't all like the Tony's marketing strategy is like they may as well call it like chocolate that won't make you feel like a prick if you buy it. Like, it's just so blatantly saying all these other chocolate bars are assholes and ours is the only sound one.
But they're not wrong though, and also
No,
like,
they're fully right, and also their product is delicious. I'd be annoyed about it if the product wasn't good, but it's delicious and it's beautifully
it's
packaged.
one of the best, and I love the way. I love the
you
way that they don't segment it into blocks. They segment it into like random sizes.
The variety is nice.
I love that. Love that.
You had the one that comes in the lime green wrapper. It's like 51% like semi-sweet chocolate, and then you get like sea salt almonds throughout it. It is like insanely good.
You asked me that yesterday, and I said no.
Yeah, but it's been on my mind all week.
Okay, so I want to do this. So I've got slight indigestion because I'm drinking alcohol.
It's all those bows.
I want to do this one
I'm drinking
next.
alcohol. That's like you're a robot. Excuse me, I have indigestion because I'm consuming alcohol.
That is what I'm like. So what about the dairy milk plain chocolate? Just on the subject of plain chocolate.
I see. This is what I was saying about. This is the counterpart to what we just discussed, and I feel this is jolly old Saint Nick because the dairy milk quality of chocolate is better than the Nestle quality of chocolate.
100% agree.
And they don't kill people.
I really like this one.
Very hard to resist.
Here's the thing that's good about this. In this day and age that we live in now, where chocolate bars are getting smaller, this one feels like, although it is just plain chocolate, because of the size of it, it's bigger than one individual square on a big Cadbury bar. So therefore, it's very satisfying.
Chunk. Like, I was looking at this earlier. It's a really nice size. I can get one out now if you'd like to see it.
It's a really nice size. You can get one out if you want everyone to see it. I don't know about that, P.
I feel like, again, we
Might
may as well do the
on this video.
We may as well do the Heroes Dairy Milk while we're here because it's the same chocolate.
Okay, go on then. Let's have a look. Heroes.
That Ivanova Rules is saying boo to the dairy milk, which is a real. I mean, that's such a contentious opinion. I've never heard anyone dislike that.
I mean, look, I can see why someone would think that was quite average, like maybe in Icelandic Yule Lads and possibly Frosty the Snowman. Personally, me and P both like it. So,
Like, you
here's
just
the
can't
thing.
eat a big chunk of chocolate.
I like chocolate. Yeah, like I'm a fan of chocolate, so plain chocolate doesn't make me think, oh, this is boring, it needs like peanut butter or whatever. Like, I like chocolate, so I'm always happy with chocolate.
Here's the thing, I actually like chocolate. I actually enjoy Christmas. Yeah. So if you yourself are a Grinch, maybe you belong in the Grinch too.
Okay, here's an interesting one. The big fat nutty purple beast. What are we thinking?
To me this is a newborn king as far as I'm concerned. This almost single-handedly justifies the existence of the Quality Street tin.
Well, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here because I really like it. I'm not against it in any way. But I don't like just nuts and chocolate. I love fruit and nut. I think the fruit is the yin to the nut's yang.
I like the whole nut.
I think you need it, you know. So I can't put it in Newborn King. I will accept
Caramel.
Jolly Old Nick.
Frosty the Snowman, says Katrina Price. Fat Nutty Purple Beast was my nickname in college, says That's So Derek.
Purple one is horrid, says Crystal.
That's just nonsense. I remember when I was like, but maybe about 10, they released a sort of like a bigger version of this that you could just buy independently of the box because they knew that this chocolate was the only reason anyone was buying Quality Street. They knew that they were being hustled out of the market by the New Kids on the Block Celebration Heroes, and all they could do was double down and say, look, we have the big purple one, embrace it. It's at least jolly old Saint Nick. That's insane.
I will put it in there because I think
that is like, even just for the iconography, that is like the classic Christmas chocolate as far as I'm concerned.
Look, I agree that it's really nice, and I couldn't put it lower than that because it was my mum's favourite one. I wouldn't do that to her. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't put it any lower. But it's not my personal favourite, P. I can't pretend that I love it. So Jolly
Also, I
think
feel
it
like
is.
more of an Advent chocolate maybe, because as we all know, purple represents mourning in the liturgical calendar.
Here we go. Twix.
So I like a Twix. Like, I'm one of the few people who will buy a full-size Twix, like, and not just take them out of a...
I love a Twix. But have you had the white chocolate Twix? It blows the original Twix out of the flipper.
It really does. I would say the same of the white chocolate Lion Bar is could be the main Lion Bar. Controversial opinion.
White chocolate is very underrated as a chocolate. Maybe because it's not chocolate, but you know what I mean.
Trina Bryce reckons Twix should go in Grinch. See, I would think Twix here suffers from the same affliction as the double decker in the Cadbury's.
We haven't got to that yet.
I love it as a full-size bar, but when you make it that small, textural complexity, the chewiness with the crunchiness, completely compromised. Instead of crunchiness, you get a kind of like sawdust sort of feel. And then you just have this layer of caramel, not very much chocolate. Not too hot. To me, the little Twix is a Scrooge.
A Scrooge? Well, see, I don't know if I could put it in, because I like it still.
I'm okay with it. See, I think I will eat it, but it's very much the last thing left in my tin. That's why I'm not putting it in Grinch. So far, the only Grinch, the only thing that I would deem inedible is the cream egg one.
Are we happy with Innkeeper then or not?
Yeah, okay, fair. That's an Innkeeper. It's the same as Mars, which is fair. Should we, at this point, if you have some more videos, should we take a break to watch another video?
Yeah, I think we should actually. I think it's quite an undertaking, isn't it? Doing that.
Yeah, it's a big old list, but we will do it. And this is the definitive ranking. We're sending this off to Cadbury's, Nestle, and Mars. So we're sending it off to all the lads and Tony from Tony's Chocolate Only, just because we feel he'd be interested with the market research.
Who is Tony?
Just like a guy who loves chocolate and hates slavery.
Okay.
It's like you would swipe right on his Tinder bio, right?
Twinder.
Love chocolate, hate slavery.
Love Twinder.
Hi, I'm Henry Cavill. The wait is
Tinder.
over. The Witcher
This is an
season 2.
advert, by the way.
Generically handsome man. And defends cat that attacked him while opening Christmas presents. I feel like the video is not going to live up to that description.
I don't know. Shall we see? Oh, P's got another bloody lager.
Oh, well, Jen's got a bloody boyfriend.
Why is you can't see it because it's opened a separate window. I'm so confused.
I could see it when it was playing the...
No, I know. It's just one of those tab issues. There we go. You can see it now.
Those tabby issues.
Is everybody ready for this video?
This guy is just so excited opening up his Christmas gift. Just look what the cat did to his owner.
Fucking hell.
Suffered serious scratches and cuts that required stitches.
One moment I'm sitting up, opening up a Christmas present, being overly excited, and the next minute, I'm laying on the floor, hurting.
I can't hear him. You have to share
Now,
sound
some
with
call
him.
it Magneto the cat, the world's biggest.
You don't have sound?
Not for the vid.
Alright, let me share the sound with you and we'll watch it again. It says I'm sharing sound with you. You should have the sound.
It's very low if it is. Check.
I'll turn it up a bit. You can't hear that?
I can hear it really faintly, but I couldn't hear anything when he was talking there.
Well, you
like
might
after
need to turn up your thing then, because if I turn it up anymore, then the chat's going to say it's too loud.
Just leave it. It's not that important. You can go back to the bit where he was just talking.
This guy is just so excited opening up his Christmas gift. Just look what the cat did to his owner. Andrew Woodard suffered serious scratches and cuts that required stitches.
I love American news reports. It's like so dramatic. It's like, just look at what this cat did to its owner. It's like the cat doesn't know.
One moment I'm sitting up, opening up a Christmas present, being overly excited, and the next minute, I'm laying on the floor, hurting.
Now, some are calling Magneto the cat the world's biggest jerk. And here's the culprit.
The cat's called Magneto, and the news report just said, now some people are calling Magneto the cat the world's biggest jerk. That's what it just said.
What I would say is, like, I'm kind of on Magneto's side here, because the guy was opening that present like a fucking little child, like in a really annoying way. Yeah, what a prick.
You deserve that.
Now in the temporary care of a cat sitter. Andrew and his wife Kimberly say their cat is getting a bad rap.
He's not a jerk. He is so nice. What happened was completely out of character for him.
I love how they just keep playing the clip.
There's a noise when the cat jumps. There's this noise. It's like, and it sounds not real. It sounds like it's been edited in, and I'm pretty sure it has been.
That was the one sound that I could hear.
Shall we have another video?
Let's have another vid.
I've decided to forego one of the videos, so we're only going to have 6 because one of them I realised was another Jesus falling over that I'd put in there. We can watch it at the end maybe if people want it, but
it's our favourite genre of Christmas entertainment.
I really enjoyed the Jesus falling over. I thought it was quite funny.
That was great.
This is a compilation. This is one that I haven't watched, but I thought it would be nice to watch. It's kids reacting to presents and gifts that they don't like. So I thought this would be quite fun. We don't have to watch the whole video because it's quite long, but we should experience a lot of like nice Schadenfreude with this. We like to see kids sad, don't we?
We stand an unhappy child.
What is it?
I don't want it!
What's wrong?
It's a girl toy! I don't want
Do you want to hold it up?
It's just child cruelty, isn't it?
It's horrid. I mean, like, that kid was just so defeated.
Why are you crying, bud?
That was like a Vietnam moment, you know. Just
yeah, it
drops
really
to
was.
his knees.
I want to see that slowed down and cross-faded into a bunch of other people reacting similarly. I wish we were getting a bit more context as to what exactly the kids were reacting to. We just know it's like a gift. I'd love to know what he's so unhappy about.
It's his mother's decapitated head.
Your bike.
Okay, there's the answer to my question. A bicycle.
Hey, we got you an Amazon mystery returns box of defective.
I love the kid's clothing. Like the previous kid just had an American football on his top, and this girl just has ice cream. It's just like when
now,
you're a kid, you can just...
we know you like ice cream, so you're gonna
when
love
you're a
this
kid,
top.
You can just advertise what you enjoy with a picture on a T-shirt.
Isn't that what all like 15-year-old boys do though? It's like, I like this.
Yeah, but I feel like it's always more specific because with 15-year-old boys, it's like about finding your tribe. It's like, I like this seemingly obscure band, rather than just like ice cream. I'm fucking dead into ice cream.
I'd respect it more if it was ice cream rather than like, I like slate.
That's so Derek saying make kids unhappy for internet cloud is child abuse. Yeah, I mean like fair.
What is it though? Oh, it's Betty Boop! I'd love that.
Oh, it is Betty Boop! It's a Christmas Betty Boop. What an ungrateful child. That's a great gift.
it, baby. Open it. No wonder we're out of brown.
Not a child. She's like 20.
She's like 32.
She is. You went to school with her.
Oh, they pranked her here. They wrapped it up 7 times.
This isn't quite the same energy as the other one. Again, it's okay because she's a bit older, so she can kind of take the hazing. Like the same. But she thinks it's an iPhone. It's so not. It's like a
bar of
turd.
soap. Yeah.
iPhone 4.
This one does feel mean because this is literally just a prank, whereas the other ones were just kids who didn't like what they were given.
Wait!
She's really
No!
unhappy.
You really have
Being pantsless brother as well. What a creepy family.
going.
¡Wow! ¡Qué chévere! ¿Te gusta?
Isn't that a kid from the meme?
Sí.
Wouldn't know. I'm not very meme literate. You know this about me.
¡Wow!
You bit me, Charlie.
Es la Mujer Maravilla. O la
His
Mujer Maravilla.
present is Charlie's finger in a box.
You wanted it.
¿Te gusta eso, mujer? ¿O el carro de abuela Raquel?
Like how disinterested he is. Like, he wasn't annoyed or upset. He was just so impartial.
Alright, P, I need a wee again, because my bladder is pathetic.
I really do as well.
You can comment on this while I go, okay?
Oh,
Can you hold down the fort?
Mom's in charge now. Jen's thing I think is interesting here is and Ivanova rules. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back with more streams, whether it's here on Twitch or wherever. We'll be back with more stuff. Streams, just keep an eye on the socials. And thank you so much for joining us. We will keep your twirl opinion in mind, but I know for a fact about Jen and I love twirl, so it will not be going in a low tier, my friend. Just enjoy your booster, and I hope you get on okay. Good night.
Wait, let Nana show you.
I fear what's going to happen now is because I have no control over what's happening on Jen's and this video is it's going to continue rolling, and then like one of her recommended is going to automatically start playing, and it'll be something really eager and suitable for this stream. Jesus, these poor children, right? I have to say, I was very lucky as a child in that I was largely, if there was a gift that I wanted, I probably would receive it. And I was secure in that knowledge that Santa Claus was always very good to me. The fact that these kids are facing not only disappointment, but public ridicule still sort of rubbed me up the wrong way. But be fucking pissed off. Like, I'm on the side of that little girl.
Hey, Mama P is not in charge. Mama P was just in charge for a very short amount of time. But now drunk Mama Jen is back, and you can
Stage the coup in your absence. Will we go back to the tier listing? Or we
Yeah, I
still...
was gonna suggest that we're done with this.
I just
Okay.
felt bad for the kids. It wasn't a nice video.
You gotta have a horrible video peppered in there. Okay, so what's next? Oh, let me play some Christmas music again.
Ivanova rules had to leave for their booster shot. Not for their booster, they're getting the booster in the morning. So
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, it's a bit late for a booster
They
shot,
wanted to
innit?
keep us to keep in mind that twirls are awful, which is wrong, but we will keep it in mind.
I mean, it is wrong.
Alexandra Lillywhite
Let's
saying,
do-
not gonna lie, as a kid I was always feeling shortchanged by the tangerine from Santa. My mum is the only person I know who ever actually got coal from Santa. She told her little sister that Santa wasn't real and ruined her Christmas, and then he was actually just full on given coal and an orange for Christmas, no present. So fair play to her parents for seeing that through, because I feel like if I wasn't a parent, even if my child was fucking horrid, I don't think I would stick to them.
even in the years when I still got like a Christmas stocking, my mum and dad would always put a fucking Satsuma and some
But yeah, but I
walnuts
think
in there.
that's kind of like the it's like the cuddly toy on the Generation game. Like it's just kind of it's a meme in a way. The sort of the
Yeah.
Satsuma. It's kind of you're meant to roll your eyes and be like, oh, here we go. Like it's not. You're not actually meant to be grateful for it.
That's them imposing their like forgotten culture onto us. Anyway, so the twirl. What we're thinking with the twirl? I like it. I love a twirl. I'll be honest. I think twirl is. I think it's
Trina
certainly
Bryce saying-
superior to dairy milk. So I would think.
Trina Bryce saying it goes in the same tier as dairy milk. I agree. I think it belongs in Jolly Old Saint Nick. I would say if I'm fancying just a chocolate bar and I don't want to think too hard about what I want, Twirl is probably the one I would most commonly buy. I think Twirl and a packet of King Salt and Vinegar crisps. That's like my go-to bar and crisps.
Well, Alexandra also said that 12s are like an uppity flake. And I think I get what they're saying.
It's nice. It's poetry. Yeah, it's like a flake wearing a coat. I feel like I like the texture of a flake, but it goes everywhere. Like those guys get everywhere.
Do you know who's better than both of them? Do you know who slept on?
Slept on?
A Ripple.
I knew you were going to say Ripple. That's the biggest load of horse shit. The Galaxy Ripple chocolate tastes like wax and oil.
I love it. I love that oily, waxy taste. I love Ripple. I'm a big Ripple apologist.
Twirls are way worse than dairy milk, says Critical Gripple. Someone's afraid of texture. That's all I say.
All right, let's do Galaxy then. Now this is just the Galaxy, okay? Where's it gone? I've lost it. Oh, it's here on the bottom. So this is just Galaxy. This isn't Galaxy Caramel or anything like that.
For me, this is Frosty the Snowman, because this is very much the same situation as the Quality Street milk chocolate block, in that it's just a block of milk chocolate, can't go wrong, but it's not as good quality as the dairy milk, therefore it's Frosty the Snowman.
I'll accept that. I would say
All
that
Galaxy
I like it as much as dairy milk, but I will allow it to go one down because we're running out of space.
Lincoln Bio loves the oily Galaxy. Critical Cripple says all Galaxy chocolate is icky. Alexandra Lillywhite, incredulous, saying Galaxy without the caramel. Katrina Bryce saying Frosty the Snowman tier.
Well, let's do the caramel one now. I mean, I would say that the caramel one is worse than the original one. I much prefer
this is the thing. In my mind, as a kid, I always had these on very much a level pegging. But as I've gotten older, I find the caramel in the Galaxy Caramel is like sickly sweet. Like it's too much. It's
how I feel.
So yeah,
too.
It's an Icelandic Yule lad.
Also, just give us back the truffle. Do you know what I mean? That's all. I want.
It has to be a financial thing, right? Like they were just costing too much because they're so extravagant, right? They're like what you'd serve if the fucking president came round for dinner. You'd be like, break out the Galaxy truffles.
All right, let's do this cherry Quality Street.
It's not cherry, it's strawberry. And for me,
sorry, I know that. I like it a lot.
I like this a lot because I think this has dark chocolate on it, and I think the bittersweet chocolate with the like what a lot of people would call sickly sweet filling plays really nicely. I think this for me is a jolly old Saint Nick. This has been a grower for the past few years for me.
I'm happy with
Keepers,
that.
says Katrina Bryce. That may have been for the Galaxy Caramel. I think it was. Pardon me. Alexander Lillywhite saying Galaxy Caramel is like the barrel, but with superior chocolate. Fuck off, Alexander Lillywhite. Katrina Bryce is saying that this.
Dumb take.
Katrina Bryce is saying that this is Newborn King. That's an interesting take. I thought me and Jen would be in the minority with our love for this, but for me, this is comfortably jolly old Saint Nick. And to be honest, I might, on a good day, push it up to Newborn King. We can come back to that at the end.
I feel like by the time I'm 50, it might be a Newborn King. I think the thing about it is it's like a mature sweet. It's one of those ones that you appreciate the older you get. And I'm only 31.
What I will say, looking at the tier so far, is I thought I liked Quality Street a lot less than I do. Like, there's actually more stuff to like in a tin of Quality Street than I thought.
Hello, Meat Omaton. Like automaton. There's a new person in the chat.
Oh, hello, Meat Automaton. Hello, holidays and joyous Gender Critical coming out day. Happy Gender Critical coming out day to you as well.
You missed it. It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And I marched on Parliament.
So, a dinky decker, what are we thinking?
This is dirt. This is... It's Scrooge or Grinch for me, because as I was saying earlier, it's like the crunchiness from... I love a full-size double-decker, but the
It
the
can't be
chewiness...
Grinch then, because I like it. I don't think it's
It's
bad.
all about texture, a double-decker. It's about having that huge, like, big old bar, and it's chewy and it's really crunchy. Whereas the Dinky Decker is neither. It tastes like sawdust. It's genuinely not nice. It's a Scrooge for me.
If I was being completely honest, I'd say it was an innkeeper for me because I don't hate it. I'll eat it. I like it. But I'll accept Scrooge because I'm feeling charitable. You know, it's Christmas and that. If you really feel
Like
that strongly
Scrooge
about
himself.
it, if you feel that strongly about it, P, I will allow it.
Because I do feel very strongly about that one. I hope.
Alexandra, don't you worry, okay?
I feel like it's Sydney
Anonymity is overrated. I like to see people revealing their true name and all that. I don't care for all this anonymity. You know, be bold, be you, etc.
Yeah, we love you, Alexandra Lillywhite, and your Lillywhite true name.
And fudge.
And also, but hey, what I don't like is Alexandra Lillywhite saying, "Oh, mini double decker is." Oh no, Alexandra is saying double decker is unacceptable. That's not true. A full size double decker is great. Meat Automaton is saying mini double decker is Scrooge at best. Hard agree. Okay, so we're into fudge. I like a fudge. It's
I'd say innkeeper. I'm fine with it, but it's so average.
I think it's Icelandic Yule Lad though, because I think it's like positive average.
Okay, it is 50-50. It is very just.
Don't roll my eyes at a fudge. If anything, fudge has a kind of like
What?
certain,
Newborn king for fudge? What are you
that
on
is the
about?
most
This is just like
take.
This is just like a contrarian. This is like Milo Yiannopoulos in the chat. This is ridiculous.
That is the most batshit take I've ever heard. Like, a fudge is designed to be filler. A fudge is like...
Katrina, you are the Milo Yiannopoulos of Christmas sweets.
That is such a, like, Harriet hot take over here. Like, that is, like, such a, yeah, like you say, just contrarian opinion. Don't burn yourself on that take. That's fucking mental. Critical Cripple agrees. And Alexandra Lillywhite saying fudge is delish.
What? Why do you people hate yourselves so much? Ridiculous. Have some self-respect, for God's sake. Alright, we're going for this little beauty. I like this one. I think this one
Unsung hero.
is interesting, right? It's
It's
unique
for me.
among all of them because it does something that none of them do, which is that I consider this one, it's almost like a little... It reminds me of like the gold rush in the early 1900s. It's like it's chocolate, but then there are little nuggets of gold in it. And I
love being brought back to that time. I love being brought back to frontier times because we had so much fun then that it like I love invoking that time in our lives. But what I will say, just to fill the audience in for those who don't know, this is the Quality Street Orange Chocolate Crunch, which
now,
as Jen said is...
love orange chocolate straight off, and because it's got the crunch element, I think that is an amazing feature to add to orange
This I
chocolate.
think is real. No one ever talks about this one. I
would say Newborn King on this one. It's one of my faves.
I'm saying it is. I think this actually, definitively, this is probably the best Quality Street. And I'm saying that over. I'm aware I said that about the big purple one earlier, but I'm inclined to agree with you because I feel this gets slept on. No one talks about this. I feel, moreover than Newborn King, if we were giving out a sort of like Heart of a Champion, Roar of a Lion, like sort of Miss Congeniality award for this competition, I feel like the Double Chocolate Crunch would take it.
A true underdog story, this one.
It has a real lovely spirit to it.
I love it.
It's a good tasty boy. Oh, the little crunchy boys, I like them. Some of the chat comments. I wasn't just expressing myself in a new intonation.
What's this one here? What is this?
This is the Rose's Orange Cream.
Well, after we've already had this success of this orange one, I mean, this is gonna...
I see, this is looking at the Quality Street Orange Cream is in Icelandic Yule Lad, and I feel this is like better than the Quality Street one. Don't think it's Jolly Old Saint Nick. For me, this is like a nice, comfortable Frosty the Snowman.
It's a frosty one. Like some of these, they don't need a lot of discussion. Some of them are just instinctive. Some of them you just know.
I'm happy with that. Like I'd never get mad at someone if they gave me one of those, but I'm not going to seek it out.
Okay, this one. This blue
it looks
one.
sad. I just immediately... That's the Coconut Eclair. This is essentially the Quality Street's answer to Bounty.
It's Grinch, and it sucks.
See, this is the thing for me. I can't really speak to the Quality Street one specifically, but
Katrina!
I was a kid, I hated bounties, and over the past few years, they've really grown on me. Katrina is, I mean, so come on, Katrina, you're a character actor, right?
Yeah,
this is like your bit. You go around the internet edging people with your obscene chocolate opinions. Like, I'm trying to be charitable here, but even for me, this is at best a Scrooge, because I was going to say, bounties have grown on me. Bounties have grown on me to the point that I think bounty is now like an Icelandic Yule lad, but for me, this is like a shitter bounty. So it is at most an innkeeper. Okay. I think it's more a Scrooge because it looks sad.
I think Scrooge too, because bounty's going in Grinch. Yeah. Like, there's no denying it. We might as well just put it there now because it sucks.
Oh, it's not Grinch. I was just saying it's grown on me. I refuse to put it in Grinch because it's done a lot of work.
Well, then Bounty can be Scrooge, and this fucking thing can be Grinch.
Oh, Bounty's Innkeeper. Bounty is Innkeeper.
Oh, okay. We'll move them both up.
People really like it. You have to accept that there are people who really love bounties. Ian saying here in the chat, love a bit of coconut emoji. We also love a bit of coconut emoji. Well, I do. Jen hates it.
The only coconut sweet that I like is coconut mushrooms. You ever had one of them?
Oh.
They're like little candy mushrooms and they've got coconut on the top. They're really nice.
Yeah, I feel like coconut and chocolate is one of those things. It's I would say it's very divisive in that like most people either love or hate it.
All right, we're going for Whisper next. What are we thinking on Whisper?
Whisper Gold is one of my favorite bars.
It's not a Whisper Gold. Oh, by the way, Pete, you know when you came over to mine, do you remember I bought a Whisper Gold from Tesco?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna have that, and I completely forgot. And I was fixing the cables below my desk the other day, and I found a carrier bag with a Whisper Gold in there, and I was like, oh my god, it's a Whisper Gold. No, yeah.
Yeah, was it good? Did it? Sure.
It was a bit melty, but it was very nice. But yeah, Whisper Gold is way better than regular Whisper, but I do like Whisper.
This is getting a lot. For me, this is Frosty the Snowman. This is like a nice little moment.
Yeah, because Whisper isn't as good as 12.
Critical Cripple is saying, I bet you like Arrow as well. That is where you are bang wrong, Critical Cripple. Arrow tastes bad and like cardboard, whereas Whisper has the nice Cadbury's chocolate. It's better quality. Do a taste test, honestly.
Also, Aero is the most unapologetically Nestle product there is.
Yeah, everyone knows that's Nestle. It's hiding in plain sight.
Every time you eat an Aero, a baby dies of malnutrition.
Yeah, remember that ad for charity with Bono being like, every time I click my fingers,
give us your fucking money.
Eyes. That's like you with your Aero.
Alright, what's this little blue roses guy? What's this? I like turquoise colour. I can't grab it though, it won't let me.
Alexandra Lillywhite bringing up the whole thing about Whisper and Alison Bailey. You remember that?
Oh yeah, Wee Spa. Ridiculous shit. Anyway,
this guy. Is this their fudge? The roses do? Is that their fudge?
Is that what it is? Well, I say put it in Icelandic Yule log then because it's just the same. Like, it's not better or worse, it's just identical, isn't it?
Oh, wait, sorry, this is a caramel.
Oh, is it?
Look at blue to denote caramel, that's mental. Well, see, for me, this is still Icelandic Yule lad because I have no memory of it, so it must be pretty forgettable.
Yeah, keep it neutral. If we don't know, keep it neutral.
Trina's saying that this one is Frosty the Snowman.
No.
I feel like I want to allow Katrina one of their absolutely batshit opinions get through.
I think Katrina needs to re-earn their trust with us because I, at the moment, don't trust Katrina's judgment, okay?
This is gonna be, you know, like when you're sitting around with your family during the lull in Christmas and you inevitably have the chat over like what Christmas foods are the best and all that sort of stuff. Whenever someone comes up with a controversial opinion this year, I'm gonna say, "Oh, you're a real Katrina Bryce over here."
Yeah, typical Katrina. All right, what about this? Hold on. I don't know why I'm having some clicking issues. I think it's the website. What about this red roses?
So this guy is like dark chocolate and it has a Brazil nut in it. I'm just looking for what it's
I don't care for this one too much.
They don't include it anymore. So this has gone the way of the
Grinch.
Yeah, see, these were always left over at the end for my family, and I think I would sort of begrudgingly eat them, but I would take no enjoyment, so I'm happy for that to be a Grinch. It's not quite as bad as the cream egg, because I think the cream egg is actually abject. Like, I think the cream egg is morally bad. I think that one is like just, it's not a nice chocolate.
Right. If I can grab it. Milky Way.
Trina's saying that one is an Icelandic Yule lad. And Alexandra is saying dark chocolate good, Brazil not bad.
Look, okay, look, Katrina, you get to decide where Milky Way goes, okay? Because it's Christmas.
Milky Ways are very dear to my heart, so I think you're playing with fire.
Let's do it. I trust you, Katrina. Make
okay, yeah, let's see. I am willing
a judgment on this.
I am willing a specific thought into Katrina's head. I'm hoping that to come out with what I'm thinking now.
But Katrina, don't be an edgelord. Give us your honest opinion on
your
this.
Heart on Milky Way, the mini Milky Way, not the big Milky Way. Second top tier, Katrina. Are you fucking high? Are you actually high? Is that what you do? Since you get off work for Christmas, do you just smoke a shit ton of weed and go on the internet and take the piss out of people ranking
Give Katrina a break. That was Katrina trying, because actually, you know, I like the Milky Way. I wouldn't rate it that high. I wouldn't, but I do like it, and Katrina could have gone mad with that.
Yeah.
Now,
okay. Like, to be fair to Katrina, I think I overreacted there, because if I were to go with my heart here, I'd probably give it a Frosty the Snowman. It would be like the lower end of Frosty the Snowman, but I do like. See, I was saying earlier, I want like a big fuck off Milky Way. They're too tiny, but okay.
Katrina, I said that Katrina gets to choose that one, so I have to stick by it. And I'm proud of Katrina, because Katrina didn't
I know,
vote
we
for the
like
edgelord.
Katrina. Katrina's bringing opinions, and opinions are what this is all about. This is an open forum. I mean, this is the definitive ranking. This is law now, but at the same time, we welcome everyone's input.
Right, this pink thing, this pink Quality Street, what's this? I can't remember what this is. Isn't this like another, like, strawberry thing?
Oh, this is just a fudge. This is a straight up fudge.
Why
which
is it
by
so
law,
many of these fudge motherfuckers?
by law, that has to be an Icelandic Yule lad.
Yeah, I'm sick of these fudges. Okay.
Milky Way should be king, says Critical Cripple. Critical Cripple, you've had your say.
Yeah, no. No. Okay. This pink roses.
Oh, that's like near the top for me. That's so. Hold on, where do we have its orange counterpart? The orange counterpart is Frosty the Snowman. For me, this is either the very tippity top of Frosty the Snowman or the very bottom of Jolly Old Saint Nick. I'm a big fan of these, but I understand there are real. Some people really hate these.
What are they? These are the strawberry ones.
This is the strawberry cream that tastes a bit like Calpol, but in a good way.
Yeah, it's Jolly Old Saint Nick, because it's better than the Frosty the Snowman one.
Yeah, and again, it's that thing of it has the festivity, it has the fun factor. I'm excited by that. I can't have it any other time of the year, so I want it.
Okay. Caramel.
Just straight up caramel. This is Frosty the Snowman for me. It's nice, but I'm not excited by it.
Yeah, because again, it gets easier as you go on, because then it all becomes relative. You can compare to other things. So like dairy milk is on Jolly Old Saint Nick, and this has got nothing on dairy milk.
Everything in those top two tiers, like those top two tiers, they're not just things that are nice. They're things that I am like, I see them and I get excited, and I don't have that response when I see a caramel.
See, Katrina is saying innkeeper for this one, and I would say that I actually am not a fan of this one at all. I would also say innkeeper.
The thing is, I can never remember. Does this have like quite a sort of like stiff caramel to it? I feel like this doesn't know, with regards to its caramel texture, doesn't know whether it's coming or going, because I feel like with the toffee finger in the Quality Street, that's like intentionally a very hard caramel. And with the caramel barrel in the roses, it's intentionally a very soft, silky caramel. Whereas I feel like the dairy milk caramel is like sort of uncomfortable midpoint between those two.
On the prize machine. So come celebrate the joys of Christmas with 50 days of festivities only on the daily free-to-play game.
I think you may have just pressed play on that YouTube.
I didn't.
All right, maybe there's an ad within this window somewhere.
It was an ad with any music.
What is it?
Okay, so we're doing
What
well
is
here.
it?
I don't want it.
Oh, that video is playing again.
What's wrong?
It's a girl toy.
You can hear the tears.
I don't want
There we go.
You can really hear the sadness.
Okay, we're mellowing. The music's mellowing now as we move into the last stages of this tier list.
Game.
So, what's next, P? What about this? Oh, this toffee fucking coin thing.
Oh, this for me is. This is just another side of the toffee finger. I like it because I like hard toffee with chocolate. So for me, this has to be Innkeeper because it's pretty much the same chocolate as the finger. It's the same as the finger, but in a different shape. Oh, it doesn't have chocolate on it. It's just straight up toffee.
Yeah,
I think this is
it
Innkeeper.
Sucks.
Yeah, but it's not. No, I like it. It's better than. See, because this is quite similar to the Eclair, but it has no chocolate in the middle. This can be Scrooge. I'll accept this in Scrooge, but it's definitely not Grinch. Because those other Grinch tier ones are like, I would leave them, whereas this is getting eaten.
I'll give it Scrooge, but if I had full dictatorship, it would be below Grinch because I fucking hate
Well, it's
it.
a good thing you don't run the country.
Okay, this thing. What's this?
Look and find out. This is only another fudge. Country fudge.
How can it be fudge? Roses are the blue one is the fudge, and so what?
Oh, the blue one was the caramel. I thought it was the...
Oh, okay. Well, then I think the blue one should be lowered down then.
Why?
I don't know. It sucks. Anyway, I'm fine with it being there. It's fine.
You're just kicking off now.
Giving out. What about this one? What's this?
Go cripple this thing. Wait till your teeth have gone. My teeth will never go. I have this youth on my side.
What's this
Vital.
one, P?
That one, Equality Street round, is... they don't make it anymore, so I have no idea what that is.
So it goes to Grinch automatically.
Oh, that's unfair. I just want to say it's a fudge, because anyone know what that one used to be? No, there's going to be so much to wade through. I'm really not bothered Googling that.
Alright.
I'm happy with keeping anything discontinued that we can't identify. It can go in Grinch immediately.
What's this one?
This is like a hazelnut in chocolate with no caramel.
I'm feeling very neutral on this one.
This is an Icelandic Yule lad. I like this one, but it's not exciting me.
Okay. What's this one?
I think that's just a chunk of dairy milk.
I didn't think the roses did that, did they?
I do.
Well, it's not as good as the chunk of... I'd rather not have... I'd rather have the green one. So again, unfortunately, I think it's Icelandic Yule lad.
Why would you rather have the green one? No, that's inconsistent, because that's effectively the exact same sweet as the Celebrations dairy milk, which is right up there in jolly old Saint Nick. So that has to be...
Well, then I'll put it in Frosty, then.
What? It's literally the same sweet as one that's already in...
Yeah, but there are other factors to this, you know, that we haven't really mentioned yet, but there's packaging. And I don't really like the roses packaging.
Okay. Like that packaging. I feel like you're just being cranky now.
Alright, so we've got one more to do, and I've saved this one till last purposely because it's a popular one.
It's iconic. It's a design classic. It's like a London Route Master bus.
The triangle.
Ian is saying hipster chocolate. I have no idea what you're referring to. Ian, make yourself clearer.
What are we thinking on the triangle? Now, I cannot, in any good conscience, go as high as Newborn King on it. I just can't.
This for me is a jolly old Saint Nick.
I acknowledge its status and its belovedness. I just think it's slightly overrated. I do like it. I just think it's a bit on the sickly side, and it's kind of
sickly is one thing that I would say this is not. I think this is quite like a sophisticated chocolate, like if this was a lady, it would like be a high society, like Madison Avenue pencil skirt kind of girl. Like
So
this is jolly old Saint Nick for me.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Well, we did
Trina
it.
saying this. We did it. The definitive ranking, the actual legal definitive for all time and ever ranking of the classic 4 tins of Christmas chocolate that turned out to be slightly out of date.
Look at our tear and quiver in fear.
Very happy about the newborn king tier. I feel
I am become death.
We were exclusive with that top tier,
Destroyer
and
of
it's
worlds.
paid off.
But yeah, the top tier I'm happy with. I think it's fine. I like it. It gives you variety. Like imagine this. Okay, just imagine this. Imagine a box with only the top 2 tiers in them, but loads of them.
That is a delightful prospect, apart from the Milky Way, which I still think it's batshit that it's up there, but we allowed Katrina take the wheel momentarily.
Well, think about this. It's tradition in any chocolate tin, you have to have a shit one. What better shit one is there than a Milky Way? Because it's still good. It's still good.
Okay, I accept that. It's a good mix as well. Like, there's a good mix of like solid chocolate and caramel and fruit ones. Like, it's
Critical,
a nice.
What are you on about? You don't like crunchy? It's the only one in the whole fucking tier that incorporates honeycomb. Are you crazy?
Also, critical cripple. I don't know if you're thinking of like a classic crunchy. Like this one is like little bits of crunchy mixed through the chocolate. It's really good.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that people would be so anti-crunchy. Right, we've got one more video to watch, and then I think we should start to wrap it up. What do you reckon, Pete? Because we've been streaming quite a long time, you know. How long have we been going on this? It's been
over 2 hours on the mainstream. Over 2 hours of free entertainment. What? It's the kind of thing that would make me personally want to subscribe at £1 a month on someone's Patreon.
It would make me want to do that too, to be fair. It would make me want to go http://www.patreon.com/translobby. Because the thing is, right, although I understand, look, I have already made a promise. If you follow me on my Patreon, I will continue to give access to these private streams. I think it's only fair. But what I would say is, we do intend on posting other things to this Patreon that I won't be posting on much. Like, you know, like there's the other things. But you'll always get access to the private streams. But yeah, if you do feel like supporting us, you can do. Anyway, we've got another video to watch.
Jan's point, could I just say,
go on.
The gift of Patreon this Christmas.
P doesn't get any of the money from my Patreon, just so you know.
I really don't. All the tax stuff is done in her name, so genuinely she can just like, you know.
No, I meant from my Patreon. Like.
Oh yeah, that's a separate point, is because that's all Jen's stuff. So I put no work into that. But also the trans lobby stuff is in her name tax wise. So if we were suddenly to somehow make a killing, she could easily just like fuck off to Rio and leave me in the dust.
But there will be trans lobby merch as well. So just so you know.
Beautiful merch, yeah. And we're gonna do more sort of like interactivity is the watchword here. So we're gonna do like, for example, if you subscribe at a higher tier, we'll give you the option to say like, here's a movie I like, do like a watch along of this, and we will watch the whole thing for you and do like a whole watch along podcast. So we're basically just
commentary, like director's commentary, but we're not directors.
Indirect commentary.
Indirect commentary. So this last video that I've got is I should have ordered them better. I think like there's like about 20 different videos that would have been better to end on.
Yeah, because even I am now thinking like, oh, this is going to be like a really big like celebratory ending, whereas in actuality it's probably going to be like.
It sucks. This video sucks. But I thought it'd be funny to watch it anyway. We could at least watch a little bit of it. So this video, if we ignore the ad.
Migraine. Take.
So this video, let me just fix the thing. We got some nice Christmas music in the background still. I like that. Thank you to YouTube's royalty-free music. It's very helpful.
Shout out to YouTube. Pretty cool website. Get on there if you've never been on it.
Yeah, big up YouTube. Thanks for making this possible, YouTube. So this is a genre of video that I wasn't even aware existed, because usually you see it the other way around. This video is called How to Talk to Leftist Relatives at Christmas, okay? Now, usually it's like, you know, you hear people talking about, oh, my nan and granddad are racist, it's always difficult at the dinner table, whatever. This is the opposite. This is someone wearing a Ronald Reagan t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that. He's wearing a Ronald Reagan t-shirt. He's got a microphone that is way too high quality for whatever it is that he's doing.
This guy really wants to be Joe Rogan, you can tell.
He does. He's got too much hair, though. And he's basically giving you advice on how to deal with those bloody liberal family members at Christmas and how to convince them that they're wrong. So here we go.
To debate your leftist relatives.
Mr. Reagan.
Is that
so as we move into the holiday season, right, we've experienced Thanksgiving. We're going to enjoy Christmas and New Year's. A lot of us will end up meeting up with some of our leftist relatives. And there is a tendency during this holiday season to debate those leftist relatives on a variety of political topics. And we become very frustrated with these leftist relatives because there are so many ideas they have that are wrong. There are so many facts they have that are wrong. There's so many deceptions by the mainstream media that are wrong. And so how do you deal with it? How do you talk to these people? How do you talk sense into them? How do you convince them that their arguments are wrong and that your arguments are right? How do you do it? A lot of people say, don't even engage. That's probably smart advice, but sometimes you can't really avoid it. You know, a lot of times it is just that uncle that gets under your skin and just says the stupidest things. Sometimes it's your cousin that you're just like,
everybody's got that, like, irrationally liberal uncle.
This is the thing. This really
no such thing.
This feels like satire because it's such an obvious, like, route one premise for a sketch is to, like, take sort of a right-wing trope and flip it around so it's left-wing. But yeah, it sounds mental. It's like, you know, that fucking, oh, everyone's got that gay uncle who lives in Amsterdam. Like,
everyone's got that bloody transgender granddad who won't stop going on.
honestly, what is wrong with this person? Like, okay, listen up, guys. You got to listen to this because you're being ridiculous, you know, and you can't help yourself and you have to jump in. So how do you control that urge? How do you stop yourself from going so far as to make enemies out of your family members? And how do you maybe even convince them to jump on your side and
so I'll scan
accept
through a little bit.
And they said, I need evidence to believe that. So I sent them the evidence. That's when things get a little bit crazy. And I'll read you their response in one moment. First, I have to sell you something. Feel free to skip over this if you have no interest in investing in gold. But you might want to, considering the state of the economy today. Right now, stocks are at an all-time high. The economy is roaring. Houses are selling, and weak interest rates are at
gold.
At zero. And the government just printed $5 trillion. What could possibly go wrong? Meanwhile, consumer confidence, what they're writing here really does feel like it was taken directly from the pages of like White Fragility or How to Be an Anti-Racist or one of those other like critical race theory BS manuals. Then they write, but we can't be equal. Miss the information I'm presenting in these videos. The reason I didn't focus on that in my videos is that everybody is very well aware of it. I mean, I didn't focus on Jim Crow conspiracy theories. Incidentally, I tend to buy copies of original
I feel like he's
text
doing this video wrong though, because I feel like anyone who
true.
earnestly wants to connect with this video wants it presented in a kind of like 5 quick pointers format, as opposed to like a rambling video essay. Yeah, like it's really because we can't even distill this into what the points are to make fun of it. It's just him talking. See your clickers hovering over the dislike button there.
Uh-oh. The chat
and though G. Edward Griffin is indeed a conspiracy theorist nut, the book he was reading, point that they make that I'm not just absolutely obliterating, and that is the or per population.
It's pretty dull.
And what you might not know is that Trump only repeated what he heard from various news reports and people like me. He did not initiate this idea at all, and Russia had nothing to do with it either.
Sort
if they
of
reported
framing
on it at
itself
all, they
as
were
an
all,
etiquette video.
there was no
like,
need for BLM
if you
to
have
come and tell
opposing
everybody about it.
political opinions to your relatives, this is how you present yourself. But what he's actually doing is saying, here are the arguments that you should present to your, which is not helpful at all, even for people who agree with him.
It's just a really weird subject for a video. It's like, it's a bit like the whole like we were talking about at the start, the whole like gender critical thing at Christmas. It's like, can't you just like chill out and just enjoy the fucking dinner?
That we all knew that, but we also knew that it wasn't just because police are racist. We knew that it was because out. Walk in there.
Do you think he's going to advertise gold again at the end?
There are many images and videos of
I
how
love
they
that
got
as a
in. The
sponsor.
doors weren't
Gold
just
investment.
open, and it wasn't just a tour. No, the doors were just opened for most of the people. Tell you what the question was exactly. The question was, how...
Anyway, that's a very boring video. I apologize.
I
for
feel
that,
like
but I thought it was
his
a fun
relatives aren't
concept.
so much like disagreeing with his political views. They're more just finding him like completely and utterly
That's a
boring.
pretty straightforward, pretty clear
Oh God, he's
question.
back.
Very
Hold on.
likely, somewhat likely, not very likely, not at all likely, not sure. And they've
How do I turn him
categorized
off?
the responses by...
Okay. P, I've had a lovely time on the stream this Christmas.
Yeah, this was great fun.
And I really enjoyed spending time with all of our lovely viewers.
Yeah, what a great chat.
Should we end, P, on a little bit of Christmas magic?
What form, Jen?
Well, a song maybe. What
That's
do you
a great
think?
idea. I feel like this karaoke track will lag and it will clash and it'll sound ridiculous. And I feel like there are people sleeping in the next room over, so I'll have to kind of whisper it anyway. But let's give it a go. It's going to fill the world with merriment.
I feel like we kind of have to try, don't we?
Absolutely. Happy holidays to you too, Alexander Lillywhite.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Everyone in the chat, what a cool group we have. Honestly, that was great fun. Really enjoyed that.
Absolute legendary gang. I can't wait to do this on a more regular basis with you
Yeah,
after Christmas.
we are going to be back. Like I know I was making jokes about subscribing and stuff. But whether you subscribe or not, we are going to keep returning with stuff and making stuff more regularly into the new year. And we'll have all sorts of little projects going around. Like that's the kind of point of Jen and I doing this, that we wanted to do something a bit more freewheeling, that gave us a bit more space to do different ideas and branch out a bit if we came up with different stuff.
And actually, P, that reminds me of a really good point that I need to stress. So you guys are watching this on my YouTube channel. However, in the future, we aren't going to be streaming on this YouTube channel. The reason I did that is obviously because this YouTube channel has the most subscribers at the moment. But what I want is we have our own YouTube channel where we'll post highlights and everything. But I feel like that's where we're going to live stream as well. It just makes sense to have its own consolidated YouTube channel. So what I will do is right now I will find it and I will post a link to the YouTube channel in the what do you call it? The chat. And if you guys would like to subscribe, that would be great.
And keep an eye on the Discord. If anyone wants the link to the Discord, let us know here in the chat and we can stick it in. And follow us on Twitter, TransLobbyPod, and Instagram, TransLobbyPod. We'll be keeping everything up to date there. I don't know if we're going to branch out into Twitch or if we'll keep everything on YouTube. We'll see how it all works out. But
Yeah.
see what.
At the moment, I'm pretty happy with YouTube. I think it's just nice, isn't it? But okay, so if you're looking at the chat box now, you should see the link for the new YouTube channel. So please go there. Also, here is the link for the new Patreon as well, which I will post in the chat if you'd like to support us. And oh, it's not even a click. Why is it not clickable? Okay, it wants the HTTP.
Once it's so bad. Well, HTTP.
Wait, it doesn't. It still doesn't link. Oh no, it is now. It works.
People can copy and paste it.
They don't know how. Okay. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it just came up.
Do you know what's weird? You know, we did that poll about is it a pope or is it not?
I've just seen it there at the top, yeah.
Why is it 50% now?
I like that it's 20
After I revealed it.
Yeah, it means people came into the chat after that happened and just decided to cast a vote. Like, it was less... I would imagine the majority of the people who voted there were voting less based on what the chocolate resembled and more as to do with, like, which is better.
What they prefer. Who do you like? Well, listen, gang, if you want to sing along with us, you're more than welcome to.
This video have words in it.
It does.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear it though, P? Do you hear that? Can you hear that?
Not brilliantly.
Why though? This must be a problem on your end.
Probably.
What about now? Why can't
Wait, yeah, I can. It's purely the lag. It's purely the lag that I'm hearing it like 5 seconds after you click play.
Alright, well listen guys, this is going to be an absolutely horrendous karaoke version of two people, one of whom is a known singer, P, and one of which who isn't a known singer, Jen. But it's Christmas and we felt like we have to end on a song. It's going to be out of time. It's going to be terrible. But, thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have yourself
A merry little Christmas.
Let your
heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be far away.
I feel so sorry for anyone listening.
I think we should just done in the stream now.
Well, I'm gonna do it. I like this bit. Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice holiday and be good. And don't be bad, right? Do we agree?
So good. I fully agree. Just be good. If I can offer you one piece of advice, it's do good. And then you go, don't you mean do well? And then I say no. Good.
And try, for God's sake, to be nice to each other, alright? Just try.
I would say more broadly, just try. Whatever you do in life, just try.
Give it a go, alright? Just give it a go. I like, actually, this is quite inspirational, isn't it? Like,
you're all gonna do great. Happy graduation, everyone.
Yeah, and be nice to each other. Did I say that? Make sure you be nice to each other. Katrina with her hands over her ears. I'm sorry. Alright, it was good to meet you all, and good to see the people that I know, and have a lovely holidays, honestly, and we look forward to spending more time with you next year. Bye everyone, bye P.
No, you stay on with me privately, John.
Okay, but bye everyone.
Everyone.